can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Shout out, shout out, shout out. Our brother Mediocre Tutorial Review, after his trip to Thailand, has posted several videos, as you all well know, that we've even done reaction to one of them yesterday. And also our brother, Alpha Male Strategy, did a reaction to Mediocre Tutorial Review. Here's the kicker. They both came from different perspectives when it came to women. Yes, when it comes to women around the world, American men have a bad habit of assuming that all women are alike. Everybody wants to run your pockets. Everybody wants to have $300 meals. Everybody wants to be cash strapped and Venmo'd. Either way, they actually think that women in other countries don't know how to choose men. We're going to talk tonight about 7 type of men that women no longer want. Seems that way in the West, and we need to get used to it. I'm going to say this again. We're going to talk tonight about 7 types of men. The reason why a lot of women cannot find a good man, cannot settle down, use their careers as an excuse for why they're still on the planet, why they end up baby mamas and record numbers, because there are 7 types of men, gentlemen, that women have given up on in the West, and you're going to have to get used to it. We're going to talk about tonight the value that these men have outside the United States and the lack of value that these men have if you're still going to remain in the United States. So let's get ready to get started, because after this show, we're going to head over to our brother Richie Mack, and we're going to watch him as he interviews our brother Mediocre Tutorial Review this evening. Once again, you are here with Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Yes, sir. Glad to see that you guys here on a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening. Appreciate every one of you guys that are here this evening. Salute right out the gate, going to our brother T-Mac. Salute to you, brother. Shout out to all you guys that support the channel by way of subscribing, clicking that like button, and sharing this live stream. This is a very important stream, guys. We're going to have some fun tonight, believe you me. Very important stream. We had fun last night. We did a 7-hour live stream. 7 hours of listening to your boy run off at the mouth. And I was still up at about 6 o'clock this morning. About 6 o'clock this morning. Then I just got back from lunch on the other side of Cali. Shout out to my brother Troy. He's going to be watching the live stream tonight. He and I hung out, talk about God, talk about the Lord, talked about Christian work around the world, and also him even opening up some doors for me where I'll be able to do some speaking in some of the Colombian prisons. So I'll be able to minister to a lot of Colombian men and let them know, hey, been there, done that. You can build a new life after this as well, just like I have. So shout out to my brother Troy. And I pray that the opportunity opens up for me to speak in many of the Colombian prisons. Shout out to you guys that are here supporting by way of PayPal, Cash App, and Super Chat, and Bitcoin. Shout out to you guys that are supporting by way of Bitcoin as well. Appreciate you, gentlemen. My brother, brother Johnny's in the building, who we love so much. He said, thanks for the roast last night. Hey, it's all out of love, John. John, it is all out of love. I appreciate you, man. I really do. I'm going to tell you something, Johnny. You ready? The one thing that I appreciate about, I'm going to turn this music down just a touch bit. The one thing I love, one of the things I love about being a man, you ready? Men can use jokes to not hurt each other and not lie to each other. Women will look each other right in the face and lie. Girl, you look good for 300 pounds. Oh, girl, your black eye ain't that bad. He ain't hit you that hard. Girl, you are still stunning. You are a queen. You need to, women will sit up there and lie. I ain't never let no man hit me like that. Girl, your 3 ex-boyfriends was beating on you. What are you talking about? Women lie to women. Here's what men do. I always look at us men as if all of us were walking on ice. Once again, when it comes to men communicate as if we're all walking on ice. What's your point, Dre? One of us gonna fall and bust your butt. Men will look, hey, you all right, dog? Yeah, men will help you up. And men gonna crack some jokes. Men will crack some jokes, even though we're all walking on the same ice. The one that falls is the one we help up, but we also go crack some jokes. Women spend time criticizing each other, and they rarely, if ever, help each other up. So shout out to being a man. I love that part about us. I love that we don't take stuff personally. We take our slip and falls and our bumps and our bruises and let our brothers crack jokes. And because we all know as men, no matter where we live in the world, we all walking on that same ice. And just like Johnny can slip, I can slip, T-Mac can slip. Hey, but we all expect it as men, we'll help each other up. But we gonna crack some jokes. We gonna crack some jokes as we saw that person slip and fall. And that's the beauty of manhood. That's the beauty of manhood. You say, shout out to the chat room. Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother Black. What? Black Nubian here early. Right out the gate, them Canadian brothers.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
Glad to see you here, brother. Glad to see that you're here. And Johnny says this. He said, I kept saying, Andre, you're my big brother. He said that some of us have never had. Well, a couple of you guys have said that to me, man. I kid you not. He said, real talk, respect, man. I kid you not, brother. When I crack jokes, if I crack jokes, that's because I've been there too. Don't ever think what you guys have experienced or experiencing, I haven't been through the same thing. I'm not one of them dudes that's like act and pretend like I ain't never been through nothing. Believe you me, I've had my car keyed up a couple times. I've had Snickers stuck in my car tanks a couple times. I had to file a police restraining orders from crazy chicks a couple times. So believe you me, man, we've all had our moments as men. We've all had our moments. And shout out to the man of the moment, our brother Don, aka the Don JP is in the building. Glad to see you here. Good evening to everyone. Good evening to T-Mac. Yes, sir. Once again, good evening to our brother T-Mac and David Dice of the Dice families in the building in the year of our Lord, 2026. Dave says this, I have a feeling tonight's live stream is going to make the internet shake. Yes, there are 7 types of guys that women in the United States don't like, but women in other countries do. That's what I should rename it. Yes. Yes. I'm going to rename this live stream. But women in other countries do. Salute to you, Dave. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope all you guys had a good day, man. Hope you guys really had a great day. T-Mac says, he said, I'm practicing my Espanol while Dre is while waiting on Dre, man. I need to be practicing mine too. I need to be practicing mine. Hey, me and T-Mac in the same boat when it comes to getting our citizenship. Yes, sir. Shout out to LJ, the Southern Vegan. Hey, was that not a good live stream this afternoon with Mediocre Tutorial Review? Thank you very much, T-Mac. I want to say thank you to T-Mac for sending me the link of Mediocre Tutorial Review. Almost 1,500 people were there during his live stream. I think it was over 1,500. When I got there, it was 1,200 people that were watching Mediocre Tutorial Review respond and react to what Alpha Male Strategies had to say. I'm going to tell you something, Mediocre Tutorial Review. You were being nice. You were being nice. Because people in the States don't talk nice to us. And I think because Mediocre Tutorial Review have done reactions about ASM in the past, and now ASM said, hey, I'm doing a reaction about you. So I think they have a good relationship with back and forth banter about different topics. So that's cool that the two brothers get along and all of us get along. But Mediocre Tutorial Review reminds me of when your 16-year-old self, 18-year-old self, 20-year-old self start driving a car. You were just so excited. Every day was a good day. And then after a while, when you purchased your first car and you realized you had to pay car insurance, repairs, gas, it didn't seem so fun. Right now, Mediocre Tutorial Review is going through his driver's lessons. Right now, Mediocre Tutorial Review, when it comes to driving, you got your driver's permit. I'm gonna say this again. I know you've been to a couple places, but brother, I'm telling you, it's a lot to learn compared to, it's one thing to visit countries. It's gonna be a whole new ball game when you no longer have your traveler's permit, but you got your traveler's license. In other words, you have officially relocated to another country. Oh, it's gonna be a lot that you're gonna learn. And I'm not just talking about that country. I'm talking about how people are gonna view you and look at you as an expat. One of the things Mediocre Tutorial Review was considering creating his own version of the Passport Bros called the Freedom Bros. No. Passport Bros, Aaron of Black Men's Travel, Rob of the Passport Bro podcast, King Sigma, who created the term Passport Bro, Charles Tyler, Tailor Made Dreams, Al Grease, all these men laid a foundation for us traveling. Many of us would not be in these countries if it had not been for the Passport Bro movement. Whether you accept it, you like it or not, y'all can call it the Passport Cartel, Blue Book Gentlemen, Passport Kings. At the end of the day, the foundation for many men post-pandemic was you saw a video that one of the Passport Bros or somebody that was influenced by the Passport Bro movement or in a Passport Bro Facebook group or on the Passport Bro app, you saw what was going on in his life and you said, I need to travel and visit to that location. So to sit back and say, we're going to change the Passport Bro to the Freedom, but no, you can have the Freedom Bros. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just like you got the Passport Kings and the Blue Book Gentlemen. But all of them, y'all can come up with all the names y'all want. But at the end of the day, if it were not for the military guys, shout out to the military brothers and sisters that travel first. If it were not for the digital nomads, if it wasn't for us expats, and if it wasn't for us Passport Bros, a lot of Black people would not be traveling today. So it's easy to come after the Passport Bro movement, But do realize a lot of black people would not have had the courage to go to Thailand if it was not for the passport bros that have gone there, the expats such as Richie Mack, Chocolate Man in Thailand. Shout out to our brother, More to Life in the Philippines. A lot of guys that have laid foundations long before. And that's why I've never come up with a moniker to interrupt the passport bro movement. And I've always, even though I'm an expat, even though I'm a digital nomad, I still support the passport bro movement. Because if it were not for the passport bros, whether you like it or not, a lot of black men would have been still stuck on this plantation in the United States. Shout out to the passport bro movement. Yep, if you guys are coming to Colombia or DR, got to get that Espanol up. Absolutely correct. He is not lying. Yeah, it was great to see you, LJ, the Southern Vegan, this afternoon on our brother's MTR's live stream. He did a great job. He did a great job. Shout out to our brother ASM as well. Shout out to that brother also. Mon Spaghetti in the building. Salute to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here, man. Glad to see all 39 of you gentlemen here in the building. And salute to our brother Ronin Travelers, who's here this fine evening. Glad to see that you're here. Salute, Dre, brother Dre. Good morning from the Philippines. Good morning to all you guys that are out there in Southeast Asia. Philippines, those guys that are in Korea, those guys that are in Malaysia, Indonesia, all you guys that are in Vietnam, Mongolia, if you will. Shout out to all you guys that are out there enjoying yourself in Southeast Asia. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning and you guys are going to have a blessed day. Also, shout out to my brother, Isaiah, being in the building. Yes, sir. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Salute to you also, man. And salute all. Come on now. Hold up. What up, though, brother? What up, Nate? What up? I hope you're having a great 313 day.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me. I was watching Nate. I was watching a TikTok video of a brother. He is a New Yorker, right? And so he invited some of his Detroit dudes to a club. He said, now, you know, in New York, you kind of like, you know, you got to wait in line and, you know, you got to pay for, you know, you got to go through the security. He said, New York dudes, he said, now we had a connection with the DJ to get into the club because I know the DJ. So the New York dude said, you know, hey, could y'all go get the DJ and let him know that we're in here, that we're out here, that we're waiting. That's the New York way, you know, use your connect. He said, them Detroit dudes was like, damn, getting that DJ. Hey, bruh, how much to get in? How much for yours and how much to get us in here? He said, them Detroit dudes said, here you go, bruh. And they walked right in there. He said, that's when I discovered them Detroit dudes don't wait for nobody. They don't wait. Them Detroit dudes.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
I ain't waiting for your connect. How much is it? And Andrea's, it's kind of funny. I'm like that here. How much is that? Go ahead, take care of that. We're about to walk in there. I do not wait. Nah. Give me the Uber Plus. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Shout out to the Detroit boys. Let me scroll down a little further. That was so funny. New York dude was like, yeah, get the DJ, man. He was cool dude, right? He said, yeah, get the DJ. You know, he's our connect, the DJ and the promoter. And so the Detroit dude's like, wait for who? He said, man, we ain't about to wait for nobody. Hey, big bro, how much for you? How much do you want? And how much is for us to get in? Man, take this money. Let us in here, man. We ain't about to wait no damn line. Wait for no DJ. We ain't about to wait for no promoters. We good. Shout out to Zeta. Hola, mi amigos. Salute to you, mi gente. Salute to you as well, brother. And shout out to my brother, Black Empowerment is in the building. Glad to see that you're here. 0140 is in the building. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Really am. You guys blessing my night. Let's scroll down a little further. We got D Kirk in the building. Shout out D Kirk. Shout out to you being here. Hope you're having a great evening, D. Let me scroll down a little further. Looks like I may have gotten everybody thus far. We got Primo in the building. We can't miss my dude. Shout out to you being here. He say, check on Floyd. I believe that he's in one of the prisons. Oh, okay. Let me check on that. I'm gonna check on that. Thanks, Primo. Appreciate that, brother. We got E-Man Perry in the building. Glad to see that you're here as well. Glad to see that you're here, brother. And we got Jay from LA, Mr. Clean himself, Jay Fleming. Glad to see that you're having a great evening. I hope that you enjoying your day. He said, I'm just for a quick lunch break. Quick lunch break, Dre. It is still early here on the West Coast. This is just a quick lunch break. Shout out to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here. He said, yep, once you see you are white, we're going to clown you. Yeah, that's being a man. Well, women will sit up there and lie to each other and mess each other's lives up. Hurt women will hurt women. Divorced women will help women get divorced. Sad women will cause other women to be sad. Lying women will cause other women to lie to each other. Men be like, listen, I ain't about to go through all that. That's one thing I love about being a man. We gonna laugh with each other. We gonna laugh at each other, but we gonna still help each other up. That's probably one of the biggest blessings I love about manhood. I'm gonna tell you something. It just hit me. I can't get how dudes do the transformer thing. It is such hell dealing with the fakeness of women. It ain't all about just I was born in a man's body, but I'm really a woman and I'm gonna get this surgery. It's not even just about that. All the bullshit in the hypocrisy that you got to put up with once you become a woman and you finally around women's circles and you see how catty they are, how evil they are to each other, how disrespectful they are to each other. They talk about girl code, and at the end of the day, they be the same ones to try to take each other man. I don't see how a dude can go from being a man where you got a team of dudes on your side to women to where you don't even know who you trust when you're in a circle of women. It ain't even about just being a transformer. It's all the hell that you got to walk into now in the name of now I'm a woman. Hey, Bruce Jenner, I don't see how you do it, brother. Hey, Bruce, I don't see how you do it. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Yes, sir. Let me scroll down a little further. See who else I have here. Let me scroll down. My brother, shout out to my brother Corporal in the building over there watching from Andre's channel. You guys over there. Shout out to you guys over there. Nate's over there. Primo's over there. Shout out to you guys over there. He said, okay, is it just me? I had an outside fire alarm pull station plugged by a former fling. What? No, she didn't pull a fire alarm. It's dirty. It's dirty. That's just straight dirty. Straight dirty. Shout out to you, Black Empowerment. He said, live long and prosper. Expat family and chat. Yes, sir. Let me scroll down a little further. Shout out to Passport King. Stand up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love all the monikers and all the names that are of all the Facebook groups that are out there. I won't even lie. I appreciate it. Zeta said, yeah, I saw that MTR. He's live. We had he said live 2 had to stop by for a moment. Yeah, it was really good, man. I probably watched it for maybe 30 minutes, and then I got O'Shea interviewed our brother Chill Capo. Shout out to Chill Capo. I got to reach out to him too and congratulate him. That's another video that T-Mac sent me. T-Mac sent me the interview with Chill Capo, the brother that was sent out of Medellin while he was partying. We interviewed him a couple months ago. And O'Shea Duke Jackson interviewed him I think it was yesterday that it dropped. The video dropped yesterday or today. And so if you guys get a chance, go check out O'Shea's video of our brother Chill Capo that was here in Colombia. And he shares his story and a lot of things that he talked about during our interview, even more things. He talked about all the racist comments that he got and all the monkey emojis and go back home to your home country, monkey. All of that he got from people in Medellin when he was arrested and sent back to the States. Shout out to Chris Jeezy in the building. So yeah, that was a really good interview. And my brother Jay Kaysen of the Kaysen family. Glad to see you're here. T-Mac said, I was thinking about you make up he said I think when you make up identifiers that a Pookie can say that they identify with it, and when they do their dirt, when they do their dirt, it can tarnish the name. Absolutely correct. Groups only allow governments to hold someone responsible. That's absolutely correct. That's the only thing that I don't like about the, you heard my rant the other day. I don't like the fact that the passport Pookies do not take responsibility for their own actions. They allow the passport bros to take the fall. I do something stupid in Colombia, and then the passport bros take the fall. I don't think that's right. And they never correct them. I don't like that the pedos come to Colombia, get kicked out, and they let the rest of the world say it was a passport bro messing with kids. No, that was a perv that was messing with kids. I don't like when dudes, get themselves caught up in stupid situations and then let the world blame the passport bros. I don't like that, but I expect it. They talked bad about in the 2007, 2008. American citizens talked crazy about expats that left and were working in Bali and were working in other parts of Southeast Asia and didn't want to work the 9-to-5 grind. They talked bad about expats. The digital nomad movement came right around 2011 to 2016, almost to 2019, really. They talk so bad about the digital nomad movement. Then after the pandemic, even though it started prior to, but after the pandemic, the explosion of the passport bro movement, they talk bad about the passport bro movement too. Don't y'all ever think that if you're trying to do something good, that you ain't gonna have haters. You are going to have haters. What did Abraham Lincoln say? You can make some of the people happy some of the time, but you cannot make all of the people happy all of the time. Yeah, that was a good interview. That was a really, like I said, if you guys get a chance, check it out. Shout out to my brother George in the building. Appreciate you being here, George. Really do. He said, in honored, love crossing borders, Huntsville. Shout out to them Alabama boys, them dirty South boys. Shout out to you. What you really know about the dirty South? What you really know about the dirty South? Shout out to you being here, brother. Glad to see that you're here. And Global Homie. He said, what's up? Blessings to everyone. He said, good men have checked out. That's a good point. He said, being told men ain't ish, lied about domestic V, flirting is now an assault. Plus, we know that we are seen as a wallet or ATM first and a human fifth. Yes. Fifth. You guys heard me talk about it. If you become a stepdad, you are 5th/6th in line in your own house. Okay, y'all ready? Let's do it again. If you become a stepfather or a step boyfriend, first person on level 1, the children. Nobody comes before the children. Level 2 is your woman. She thinks about the children. This is a package deal. These her kids, no matter if she's living with you or y'all living together, whatever it may be. So she's level 2. Level 3, them kids daddy. You thought you was gonna be level 3. Hell no. Don't ever think it just because you pay all the bills in that house and you're the one that's having the sex in that house and you're the one that's taking the kids to the store and buying toys and everything, that you are level 3 as a stepfather. No. And I'll say this again, and any stepfather that tells me that they are level 3, you are a lying stepfather to yourself. You lying to yourself. Any stepdad know that that man who is the father has influence over that woman's money and that woman's emotions just like you do. Cannot the baby daddy make her mad or make her happy just like you can? May not be sexual, but he can make her mad with one phone call or make her happy with one phone call. Does she not expect financial responsibility from him, just like if you're dating her, she expects financial responsibility from you? So you ain't number 3. He number 3. Even if he locked up in jail, the kids gonna act like they daddy coming home tomorrow. In their mind and in her mind, you ain't never number 3. She'll say it to make you feel good so you don't leave her with them kids, but you ain't never number 3. Number 4, the kids' grandparents, the biological father parents and the mother's parents. You will never have more authority over those kids in your house if you're a stepdad than they grandparents. Grandparents was there day one. If you think you about to pop up from out of nowhere just because you got a nice big house that they can move into, that the kids and the mama can move into, you got another thing coming. Granddaddy will kick in your door with a cane in hand, like he Bruce Lee, like he Jet Li. Granddaddies on both sides don't care about who they grandkids with. They grandbabies. You ain't tier 4. Tier 5, the pets. Oh, you thought you was gonna at least be tier 5? Hell no. The pets. If that woman already owns a cat, them kids ain't get rid of that cat for you. If them people already own a dog, they don't care if you're allergic to dogs and cats. Those pets aren't going anywhere. Let them kids' dog come up missing since you got there. Go ahead. They had that dog for 4 years and you walk in and that dog missing in 4 months, go on play if you want to. Tier 6, that's where you are. If you're a stepdad, you are tier 6. You way down here. How do you get to tier 3? That's where you want to be, right? You thought when you got with her as a stepfather, it was going to be the kids, the mama, you, and then everybody else fall in place. But the truth is the kids, the mama, the daddy or daddies, whether they're around or not, the grandparents, the pets, and then you. Don't you ever think it's any other way. And I dare any stepdad or any step boyfriend who's in the scenario of being a step right now, put in the comment section and tell me that I'm lying. You are not number 1 and you will never be number 1. You are not number 2 and you will never be number 2. They don't care if you pay all the bills. They don't care if you snap off. The woman don't care how much good sex is. You will never be greater than her parents in her kids' eyes and in her eyes. If her parents tell her to tell you that they coming over to pick up them kids and she at work and she call you, you better have them kids dressed, backpack full of snacks and clothes for them grandparents. Let them grandparents come over to the house and you ain't got them kids ready. Her kids. And she done told you on the phone, have my kids ready. His mama, the baby daddy's mama, is about to come pick up them kids. Let you not have them kids ready since you think that you on you level 3. The only way you'll get to level 3 or 4. Okay, you ready? You on level 7. The dog dies. You move up to level 5 because the dog just died. The grandparents die off. Bam, you moved up to level 4, right? Because they passed on. The dog died and the grandparents died. Bam, the baby daddy, he gonna be in jail a lot longer than expected. So you finally move up to level 3. It's gonna take death to get you from level 6 to level 3 if you are a stepdad. Or you could just do like the rest of us, get a passport, get you a quality woman in another country, and live the life that you deserve. Shout out to Zeta in the building. Shout out to all 49 of you guys here, including Bobby Coltrane of the Coltrane family. Zeta say, yeah. He say, yeah, women are way worse to each other than men. Absolutely correct. They way more sneaky around each other and backstab so quickly and easily. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me scroll down. Let's see if I got anybody else news. Such as my brother, the mixed American Ohio State, them Ohio players. I want to be free. Yes, sir. Shout out to Ohio players. Shoot, 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 shoot. I want to be free. Hey. I can also do some Ohio confunction for y'all. That's the way it goes on Love's Train. It don't take no ticket to ride. Shout out to Ohio. He said, shout out to African Wolf, my brother. Favorite YouTube name. The African Wolf is in the building. Let me scroll down a little further. Make sure I got everybody so we can get started on this live stream. Oh, did I miss super chat? Let me hit back up, Dave. Thank you very much, Dave. Dave says this. He said, I'm going to piggyback on what that brother said, Dre. You are the big brother that some of us never had. I never had a big brother, so I appreciate what you guys are saying. Believe you me. Never had. He said, never had growing up in my neighborhood. I don't really have a lot of OGs, neither did I, to look up to. Salute, T-Mac, Will, and Ronan. Salute to you as well, Dave. Salute to all of us. And I don't take it for, I was having lunch with one of the brothers, and he was saying that to me as well. He said, Dre, God has blessed you with the ability to really minister to men. He said, you got the voice for it. He said, you got the behavior for it. You can be in a suit or you could be in a t-shirt talking to men. He said, you really are blessed to be able to work with men from all walks of life. Doesn't matter what race, color, or creed. And I was telling him, I don't take it for granted. Think about it, guys. Like I keep saying, I did 10 years in the feds. Statistics show I had an 85% chance I was supposed to go back to jail and then get out, go back to jail and then get out. I was supposed to be a part of that recidivism rate that's constantly going in and out of jail till maybe I'm hit 50 years old, where I'm too old to be going back to jail. So we know guys like that in our neighborhoods. They stay in jail, right? That's how it was supposed to be. And so I don't take for granted being able to relocate to another country. I don't take for granted my 20 years of being an academic college recruiter, helping individuals. I don't take for granted anything that I learned while I was incarcerated, because I was helping men on the inside as well, as far as education. And I don't take for granted my me leaving the United States in the 2016-17s. And I do not take for granted our brotherhood on this channel. I really don't. And I pray for us, and I appreciate every one of us, man. And I don't say that flippantly. A lot of times I'll call you guys just to check in. Kids, you don't be checking in phone calls I do during the week, man. Just checking in. Yeah, so or WhatsApp, or WhatsApp a message, like me and T-Mac all the time, me and Will all the time. So I don't take us for granted, man. Theo all the time. Yes, sir. Let me scroll back down. So I appreciate that, Dave. I really do, man. I don't take that for granted. Once again, shout out to my brother George in the building. Make sure I don't miss everybody. We got come on, YLE in the building. YLE said it. Salute to you as well, brother. Salute to you as well. to the future Calino, and you go count down, you're on your way. Count down. I'm happy for you, brother. I'm happy for us, man. Whenever a brother get to relocate, shout out to my brother. Rent is due, 22 in the building. Glad that you're here. Step boyfriend. Hey, man, there are some step boyfriends out. Bruh, okay. Let's be real. Rent due. If you come to a country like Colombia, of the women, not all women, but of the women that have children in Colombia, 87% are single baby mamas. Colombia ranks number 1 in the world for baby mamas. Nobody got more baby mamas than Colombia. Some countries come close, like 84. Nobody got more baby mamas than Colombia, right? They get pregnant by Brian with the moto, like my brother said. My brother Troy said. Brian with the moto, it means a hood dude. Whenever you hear me say Brian with the moto in Colombia, that means just a hood dude, right? Brian with the motorcycle. So when you come to Colombia, it's very easy to run across baby mamas. It really is. And a lot of guys sit back and see how beautiful these ladies are in Colombia and in Brazil and the Venezuelan women, and they become step boyfriends. Y'all ain't married, but y'all might as well be. Now, I was just talking about the women that do have children. There are thousands upon millions of women in Colombia that ain't got no kids. There are a lot of women that's walking this country, ain't got no kids. So don't think when I say that pool of women that do have kids are baby mamas, that's true. But the pool of women that don't have kids is just as large. It's just as large in this country. So when I hear dudes talk about, I can't find nobody, I'll be like, man, stop it, bruh. Being a stepdad is the most, in most cases, for financial slavery. Absolutely correct. You coming out that money any at that time. Chris said, the mama, kids, baby daddy, family, and then, yeah, you at the bottom of the list. You are never at the top. Shout out to Bruce. Bruce says this. Bruce said, I was a stepdad. Dose. Bruce, you did it twice? All it took me was one time to learn that lesson. All it took was one time. He said, I should have learned the first time. He said, I only got respect for my paycheck. Woo, that's a t-shirt right there. That is a t-shirt right there. He said, I only got respect for my paycheck. Ugh, that hurts just to hear you say it, brother, but it's so true. Shout out to our brother Theo in the building. Shout out to all the brothers in Class 7, Class 7.5, and all the men that are going to be attending the Black Manosphere Conclave. Shout out to all you guys out there. Theo, we need to get together, start doing some video promotion in regards to interviews about the Black Manosphere Conclave, what's coming down the turnpike, at least on your end. He say, the good guys have left to Thailand. Absolutely correct. The good men have left, and these women, they're stuck. Shout out to our brother Malwood in the building. Malwood Talks. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Glad to see that you're here, man. I hope you guys have a good time in the evening. Malwood says this. He say, Dre said the pets are over you. Hey, I'm not lying. Go ahead, mess with that dog. Let that dog come up missing. Let that dog get sick. That dog ain't never been sick. You come into this woman's life, all of a sudden that dog is just walking in circles. Let that dog walk in circles one time. One time. Watch how everybody turn on you and look at you. That dog ain't never walked in circles. Now all of a sudden that dog just standing around, just walking in circles because you came into the picture. So yeah, you number 6. Don't you ever think you number 1, number 2. You are not the big piece of chicken anymore, bruh. You are the big piece of chicken if it's your own family, if it's your own kids, your own wife. You are not the big piece of chicken if you're a stepfather. Yes, I am. Sure you are. Sure you are. Keep on believing that one. Keep hope alive. He said, it's true. You are lower than the dog when you are the state. It's true. I mean, let's not lie about it. He said the dog actually destroyed the blinds.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
I hit that by mistake, but absolutely correct. Corporal S.T. Smith in the building. Glad to see you here once again. He said, Dre, he said, I was level 3. I'm gonna let you believe that one. He said, Dre, I was level 3, but that's me because the father had no contact with. So that okay. Let's analyze this one. It's gonna be fun. He said because the father had no contact with the mother. Okay, and my stepdaughter. Okay, cool. I got that. However, those grandparents were a holy terror in my first few years. I got to the third after 5 years. Absolutely correct. He said it took 5 years for him to get up to number 3, past the grandparents. And the only reason he was number 3, past the grandparents, something had to happen. Either the grandparents passed on or realized they didn't have a pet before a corporal came along. If they had a pet, his ass would have been at number 3. He had to work hard to get to that number 3. He had to work hard. He said, did you miss a super chat, family? Let me make sure I didn't miss one, Dave. I think I got everybody. Thank you, David. Appreciate you, brother. Let me scroll down. He said boss assemblies might be tier 6. You might be underneath the boss or the family. That's true. You know what? Why you playing, Isaiah? When it comes to the her brothers and sisters or his brothers and sisters, because them kids got uncles. They got uncles before you came along. They got aunties before you came along. You think them kids gonna change their relationship with their uncles and aunties? Their brother, who was the baby daddy, he might be in jail. That don't mean his brother ain't gonna step in to be them kids' surrogate dad by way of being an uncle, by way of being an uncle. Here you come, trying to interrupt what the uncle got going on or what the auntie got going on. You might not be tier 6. You might be right, Isaiah. You might be tier 7, tier 8, paying all the bills. Tier 7. He said you get seniority level up process. Yeah, man. He said Dre looks like my older brother. I'll take that. I will take that. Shout out to your older brother. In the words of Kanye West, I wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Joke's on you, I'm still alive. So all of us older dudes, I would take that. Shout out to them Indiana boys, them Boilermakers in Lafayette, Indiana. My brother, us older men. Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother Gary, the original man that came down here to Cali, Colombia back in the 80s with the Peace Corps. Back in the day, that's how long Gary, Mad Max, was back here and got his wife. Shout out to this wonderful couple. Hope everything is going great. Let me know next time you guys get ready to come down, Gary, so we can hang out. Love when Gary and his wife comes down. We hang out with them. Yes, sir. Shout out to them Lafayette boys. I-65 from Gary, Indiana to Indianapolis. Yes, sir. The Boilermakers. The school where who went to Purdue, the famous quarterback. Who was the famous quarterback for New Orleans Saints? Drew Brees. The school where Drew Brees graduated from. Purdue. Yes, sir. He said DR has to be hot number 2. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He said I dated a woman with older kids. Oh, okay, not older kids. Okay. So they were not involved. He said I respected the women who did not try to make the kids part of our relationship. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. Shout out to Jay Anderson, great that is, in the building. Shout out to J.A. Let's go here. Got Bobby Coltrane. Bobby says this. He said, I learned my lesson just dating a woman with kids. He say, mostly teenagers. He says, but I still will never date a woman with kids. He said, I'm technically scarred. I'm technically scarred the being with a woman that will have adult children. And I'm telling you, bruh, what got me was when I was expected to be a step granddad. See, a lot of y'all don't think that far. That's why I try to share a little bit of my wisdom experience. Some of y'all think about being a stepdad. Okay, I got this. I can handle this. She's a good little girl. The mama fine and sexy. She treat me right. Bam, I can handle being a stepdad. And as soon as that little girl grow up and she have her first child, now your black ass or your white ass got to pretend that you are a step granddad. I already lied to myself for one generation. I got to lie again. I got to pretend that these little kids running around here got my DNA. I got to pretend. I got to pretend that these kids, what they going to call me? Granddaddy? And you know deep down in your heart, these ain't my grandkids. You already used to your stepkids calling you by your first name. Andre, I need your help. Every once in a while, stepkids will call you daddy. But now you gotta lie and let these grandkids call you Paw when you really ain't Paw. Paw in jail doing 30 years. They real granddad is in jail doing 30 years. So now you gotta put kids on your lap, buy candy for kids, Halloween costume for these grandkids that ain't even yours. Just a lifetime of lying to yourself. You are now 53 and you got to lie about grandkids. Then your grandkids, yeah, these my grandkids. Them ain't your grandkids. Well, I'll take care of them. Them still ain't your grandkids. A lot of stepdads think these are my kids because I'm responsible for them, I pay for them, and I have an emotional connection. That does not make them kids yours, according to the government. Those are not your kids. You pretending, you perpetrating a fraud. And now you doing it as a grandfather? Then your grandkids? Yeah, man, these are my them ain't your grandkids. Stop lying on that man in jail's kids. That's you tell the truth. They granddaddy, them kids granddaddy in jail. That's what you need to be doing. Tell the truth. Them kids granddaddy in jail. Shout out to my brother Average Man in the building. He said, what's up, Dre? Looking dapper, brother. Hey, dapper. I'm trying, brother. Trying to represent us in a positive light out here who travel. Once again, shout out to my brother D. Kurt in the building. Let me scroll down, make sure we can get started in a second with the video. He said, ask Dre, a car won't stop you when you cross the street. No, they ain't gonna stop for you in Colombia. No. You gonna have to play Frogger in Colombia. When you play Frogger when they hop on the log and he hop over here. That's how you do in Colombia when you crossing the street. If you think they gonna stop for you because you a pedestrian, yeah, okay. But they will always stop for a dog, man. They will stop for any type of pet, any type of animal. They will stop a car for them. But for you, absolutely correct. That's a good call, T-Mac. Good call. Shout out to my brother Alan Richardson in the building. Glad to see that you're here, brother. He said, my whole family respected me more than her, even her daughter. She didn't like that. Wow. Yes, Drew Brees, legendary Purdue. Yes, sir. legendary. Let me scroll down. Corporal says this. He said, hold on, Dre. Hold on. It wasn't like I had to make it. He said, it wasn't like I had to make it was always about the paycheck. The grandparents started passing around 6 to 8 years. See what I said? In order for him to move up, people got to die. Did I not call it? If you're going to move up as a stepdad, everybody else got to die. So they didn't have no pets. And then the grandparents started dying off. God bless the dead. So now he able to move up to level 3. He said, but you never lied about those dogs and the fried chicken, though. You are not the big piece of chicken anymore when you're a stepdad. Them days are over. Over. T-Mac said in Colombia, you will see chicks hanging out with pet monkeys, especially in smaller cities. Absolutely correct. They will have the monkey going out to get food with them. Crazy. That's a t-shirt for you. Pussy is hell. That is a hell of a drug. It should have just been pussy as hell. Hell of a drug. Yes, sir. Make a dude want to give up his freedom and become a stepdad. That's how good coochie is. I mean, that's dipping in conversation. As I've said tonight's topic is about, let's change the music over, gentlemen. Tonight's topic is about, it's about 7 things that American women, or 7 types of men that American women no longer want. Hey, I'm done with these 7. But women in other countries do. 7 types of men that women in America don't want, but women in other countries do want you and do want guys like me. So let's get started with the video. You know how I do. I bring video receipts.
Don't like men anymore. And do you know why women don't like men anymore? Because men hold women accountable. Men don't let them play the victim. Women will intentionally find pieces of shit, like literal pieces of shit. Men who don't work, men who have no dreams, no aspirations, men who don't take care of their kids, men who can't pay bills. That matters. I'm just trying to make a point that they seek out these men that they could fix so that A, they could feel better about themselves, and B, so that there's no one sitting there taking their inventory, holding them accountable.
There is an increasing number of women in this society who have been programmed to want to equate an accusation with guilt when it comes to men because they can't stand men. There is a deep sense of man hating that
Shout out to Average Man
is going on. And women are told that that's a good thing, right? Because men do bad stuff. So you have to be distrustful of men on second one. That's the programming. So if you don't want to be that person, if you're a woman out there listening to it, just take a minute and think about what messaging is coming down the pike. Are you comfortable? Do you have, let's say do you have a brother? Ladies, do you have a brother? Do you have a son? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a friend who's a guy who you would want to have due process, who you would want to have the benefit of somebody has to actually come forth with evidence before he is punished for something that he very well may didn't do? Well, then stand up to women like this. Stand up to women like this.
This women hate man culture is only because they never had a real male figure in the household or around. You feel what I'm saying?
They've never been had that princess treatment. They only got their mom who's not with a man that's steady, or the man that's steady, you don't respect him because he's not your actual father. So it's like the hate men culture only comes because you've never had a man like you.
You're looking for that stable male figure and a person that wants sex from you.
100%.
Okay.
If you get that treatment from a man that doesn't want anything from you, you know how to pick the right man.
Another ugly truth that guys need to get through their head. Most women don't like you guys. They just don't. A majority of women do not like a majority of men. However, a majority of men absolutely like a majority of women. And that creates obviously an imbalance. Since most women naturally already don't like most men, with technology, women entering the workforce, education, all this other stuff, them being able to provide for themselves essentially in a modernized society where they don't need men, it makes it even worse for men because now they really don't like you and they don't have to deal with you.
Now remember, Mr. Red, White, and Blue, as well as others, I'm laying a foundation of the American United Plantation of America mindset. Everything that's being said is coming from the mindset of those in the States. You go to the Caribbean, women don't talk like that or think like that. You can go to many parts of Europe, not every part, but many parts, especially Eastern Europe. They don't talk like that on a regular. These Colombian women and Venezuelan women and Brazilian women might be angry with how much these men cheat, but they never say that they don't need them. You'll never hear videos of Colombians in Spanish saying, we don't like or we don't need our men. They may expect more because feminism is starting to grow in South America among the younger generation. But for the most part, these women will never let those words come out of their mouths that they hate men, they don't like men, and that they don't need men. That is a Western thing.
It used to be a woman would deal with a guy because she wanted to get married, have kids, whatever, she needed him. So she would be willing to deal with a more average guy. Now they make their own money and everything else like that. Now they really don't need men.
When women say, I hate all men, I don't ever correct her because there has to be a reason that you feel that way. And who am I to tell you that you're not allowed to? I'm not. And when men say like, what about me? Are you an awful man? Then don't feel hit. If I wasn't aiming for you, don't feel hit. You know what I mean? They are always asking the wrong questions instead of saying, why does it have to be all men?
Here we go, gentlemen. Here's the diagnosis in the States. Here's my prescription, in other words. Whenever you hear women talking like this, let them talk. Especially if you plan on leaving. Shout out to my brother Official Kobe in the building. Especially if you plan on leaving, let them talk. I let women on TikTok talk. I do not interrupt and go in the comment sections of TikTok panels where women shouldn't be this. Y'all shouldn't act like that. Let them talk. Just like MTR discovered, there are better quality women outside the States. And just like many of us have discovered, there are better quality women outside the States. See, here's the kicker about women in the West, like this young lady here. And she's married. She's got a dude. The fact that she can be in a relationship and married and still talk like this about men goes to show you how simp behavior is prevalent in the United States. Only a simp would sit up there and be with this woman, but they exist. You got dudes like Jay-Z. My wife could come out with any type of song she wants. But you ain't about to come out with no songs sounding like Mary J. Blige, talking about some to the left, all you got in the box. No, my wife. You can write a song about anything. You are not about to talk about no damn single ladies. You don't know nothing about that. But they do it for the money. In other words, men in the States ain't got no problem simping, and women know it. You and I might not simp, but the next man might be the next Russell Wilson. So do realize, guys, when you hear women talk like this, make content, get your paper. All you content creators, get your paper. Make content about it, react to it, but let them talk. Let them talk. I've learned one thing that I've been patient with. I kid you not. I've learned outside of content for this channel, I've learned to let Americans talk, because 90% of what Americans talk about when it comes to women in other countries, cost of living, lifestyle, infrastructure, politics, history of other countries, 90% of, if not 95%, Americans don't know what the hell we talking about. We don't know nothing about other countries. And so it is when it comes to knowing about relationships in other countries. So everything that you just heard over the last few minutes, that's America. That's how they feel about you in America, in Canada, in UK, in Australia. This is not how the rest of the world, their women. Yeah, that makeup, all them craters in her face. Anytime you got a woman with a bunch of craters in her face, like she been shaving, and want to talk about she don't need no man, I can see why she mad. With all them craters in her face, I can see why crater face mad. Let's get back to crater face.
Why aren't you asking, why do women hate all men? Like, whose fault is that? Is that mine? Or is it the cause of a man?
Okay. First group of men, once again, tonight's topic is 7 men that women in the United States no longer want to deal with, but women in other countries will deal with. So if you're going to travel to another country or relocate to another country and you're looking for quality women, women in other countries are looking for these type of men. Women in the United States or UK or in the West do not like, do not love, and do not want to be around these 7 type of men. The first type of man that women in other countries will appreciate, that women in the United States cannot stand, is a man at peace with himself.
Women hate comfortable, man. Women fucking hate. If they see you comfortable, listen. If a woman sees you fucking comfortable, oh, it does something to them on the inside. Let me tell you, if a woman comes from work and she got some groceries, and the first thing she sees when she come in the house is you laying on the sofa, fucking comfortable. My God, when she comes in, her whole face, man.
Is he lying? Is he lying? It's funny how women in the West can't stand you being at peace. In other words, comfortable. What's one of the things that you notice about women in other countries, even the pay for play? Do they not try their best to make you comfortable? They make you want to fall in love with their country, don't you? Don't they? Do not women, including pay for play, love bragging and introducing you to their country? They want you to feel comfortable while you're here in the Philippines. Hey, how long are you going to be in Thailand? I'm going to show you around. I want you to feel comfortable here in Thailand. Then get back to the States. You can't even sit on your own couch. Pay for play in Thailand make you feel good. You went to Brazil to pay for play, and Brazil told you all about Brazil. You want to go here, not go there. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to introduce you to the club. Don't worry about it. I got a perfect spot for you. Now, this is just a regular pay for play. And she giving you all type of tourist tips. She wants your experience in Rio to be comfortable, at peace. Then you get back to the States or UK. And your woman better not ever catch you being comfortable. You sitting up there watching anime. She got chores. There's even a commercial out in the United States to where I think it's a John Deere lawnmower commercial where it shows the guy, he wants to watch the college football game. So in order to get up and be able to watch the college football game, he's got to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and do the honeydew list, because only America has a damn honeydew list for men. The honeydew list. And if he gets the John Deere lawnmower, he's able to do the lawn so fast, he's able to get back into the house to watch the college football game. They even got commercials dedicated to men not being comfortable. Only in the United States, you gotta have a man cave or a man corner. You know, a part of the bedroom or a part of the house that's just yours, where you can keep your gaming station. Let her catch you with your gaming system, and you just up there just having a good time. You just enjoying yourself, just minding your own business with your game. You better not get caught comfortable in the United States and Canada. You better not get comfortable with not wanting to talk to nobody. You've been at work all day. You come home, take your tie off or take your uniform off. You just want 10 minutes of not hearing nothing. You just been driving through traffic for the last 45 minutes. Your boss worked your last nerve. Your work wife got you mad because, hey, that's your work wife. Your work wife got you mad. You just want to sit on the couch for a minute, kick off your shoes, enjoy a cold beer before jumping in the shower, and get yourself something to eat. You better not let your girlfriend or your wife in the United States catch your ass sitting on that couch after work, not want to be talking to somebody. As soon as they see you at peace, here they come want to gossip about their girlfriends and their co-workers and all that. And you like, dude, I need give me 30 minutes. Give me oh, you don't want to talk to me? Oh, so you don't want to talk to me? Ooh, my weave itching. Ooh, my weave is itching. Ooh, my weave is itching. So you don't want to talk to me? You don't want to talk to me. Oh, what bitch you been talking to? What bitch you been talking to? You don't want to talk to me. You got to go through that whole thing. To whereas in other countries, most of these women have been raised to make sure how you keep a man is not just the coochie girl. Can you keep that man and give him peace? Can you see, American women say, I ain't gonna be his peace, but foreign women are raised, not all, but many, not all, but many are raised to be your peace. To be your peace.
She will put the bags down slow. She will talk to women who aren't there. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. La, 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 la.
Once they meet a nigga that's like, oh, he's disciplined and he really care about himself, like they low key go crazy. That's why I be screaming that whole self-sabotage and shit, because there's some shorties, bro, that have an issue with you being at peace, my nigga. Nah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a real issue with that shit. They be like, oh, like, why is this nigga just so okay? Right. Like, nothing bothers you, nigga? Like,
bro, and they hate it when you too calm, too. Because now it's just like, oh, you nonchalant, or you better than me.
Oh, yeah, nah, shorties hate a nonchalant, nigga.
And that's just them projecting. Why is it that women have this incessant fucking need to not be able, it doesn't matter if it's like your wife, your girl, your sister, your mother, it's a woman thing, right? Whenever a woman sees a guy, whether it's her son, her brother, her uncle, whatever, just minding their own business, tranquilo, relaxed, they go in a resingal. Like, let me go in and fuck up their fucking day. Let me go be annoying. Let me go do some fuck shit. Why? Why does it bother you guys so much to see us fucking just at peace?
I don't know about you, but I hate to see a man sleep.
This, I'm bringing that back. You heard what she said. This heifer here, she said, I hate to see a man sleep. Sleep. How dare you be at peace, sleeping comfortably? There are women that cannot stand seeing y'all do what the human body is made to do. Sleep. That's how much the women in the West can't stand you. To where foreign women, they gonna do a little something to put you to sleep. They foreign women gonna have you like this.
I will flex in the kitchen, over by the stove. I will put you on the counter, by the butter rolls. Hands on the table.
They gonna have you on your tippy toe.
Girl, we'll be making love like the restaurant was closed.
Foreign girls gonna have you suck you off so good, she gonna have you on your tippy toes. Western women, they can't even stand to see you sleep. What type of ish is this?
I hate to see a man sleep.
I guess this is rule number 617 in the Deluluville handbook. A man sleeping is an automatic red flag and grounds for separation.
I don't know what it is.
This is bullshit.
Something about watching them close their eyes.
Wake the fuck up.
And be at rest.
I'm only laying here with my eyes closed trying to get some goddamn sleep.
If your man keeps scrolling, ladies, specifically wives or women who live with your male partner, tell me if this is normal or if I'm just a terrible person. Nothing stresses me out more than when my husband is relaxing.
I hate when my husband is resting and at peace. Women say they want their husbands working. Women in other countries feel so proud to see their man at peace. Not all, but most. And most women back in the States, no matter, as y'all can see, no matter what race, color, or creed, these women don't even want to see y'all rest. This woman said, I don't want to see my husband sitting down. I get perturbed if I see him sitting down. Let's bring that back for you.
Women who live with your male partner, tell me if this is normal or if I'm just a terrible person. Nothing stresses me out more than when my husband is relaxing. When he's at work, when he's working out, when he's cleaning the garage, when he's doing his laundry, doing the dishes, whatever. When he's up and busy and moving around.
When he's doing his laundry. So she doing laundry for everybody else. Boy, you American men, y'all some soft motherfuckers. Ain't no way in hell I'm be in the same house with somebody. They doing the kids' laundry and they doing their laundry. And you couldn't stick a load of my clothes, socks, underwear, my drawers, a couple of shirts off in there too. It ain't like you washing them by hand. It's a machine doing all the work. You telling me it's that hard to stick my clothes in a dryer? Man, you dudes in the West, y'all suffering, bro. Y'all suffering. Y'all living like Roberta Flack said, killing me softly. Y'all living that Roberta Flack song. Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song. I'm telling you, boy, y'all, I don't see how y'all doing it, bruh. Y'all my heroes, because y'all can do stuff I can't. You know, a superhero is usually a person that can do some stuff that can't nobody else do it. You dudes are superheroes, because you doing stuff I cannot do. I ain't going to attempt to do what y'all do. Ask me to climb a mountain. I might try that one. Ask me to kind of like go down a waterfall. Hey, I might try to do the climbing down a waterfall with the ropes. Ask me to go hiking in some snow. I might do the snow-capped mountain hikes. Ask me to be in a relationship in the States. Hell no, can't do it. Can't coach them. Can't play with them, can't coach them. No, man, y'all my heroes, man. Heroes are the dudes that can do stuff can't nobody else do. And I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't see how y'all deal with these women. She said, as long as I see my man in motion, as long as he's working out, as long as he's doing his own laundry, house full of people, and this grown man got to go to work and then come home and do his own laundry. Boy, y'all better men than me. Hey, hell up out of here. Let's bring that back. I want y'all to hear what I heard. I want y'all to hear exactly what I heard.
Tell me if this is normal or if I'm just a terrible person. Nothing stresses me out more than when my husband is relaxing. When he's at work, when he's working out, when he's cleaning the garage, when he's doing his laundry, doing the dishes, whatever. When he's up and busy and moving around, my resting heart rate is at an all-time low. I'm feeling amazing. My skin is glowing. I feel zen. I feel at peace. The second he sits on the couch, the second he's sleeping in, I have the blood pressure of a hummingbird. My stress level is at an all-time high. I'm nervously sweating, clenching my jaw. Like my poor husband can't catch a break. Like unless the sun has gone down, the day is over, the day is done. We are both on the couch. We are both watching a movie. Like that's okay. But if the sun is up, if the sun is still shining, he best be moving around.
This is the type of situation that you want to avoid at all costs.
You have a man that gets up and goes to work every day and provides and contributes to the household. Make sure that that man has a peaceful environment to come home to. Our men go through so much in the outside world that we don't know about. And when they come home, they just want to have a place of peace. They don't want to come home to a nagging, bickering woman. See, ladies, scripture tells us that it's better for a man to live on the roof of his house than to live inside of the house with a quarrelsome woman. Okay, so ladies, it's our job to set the tone in our homes, to provide that warmth, to provide that love.
You think this is normal? You work all day and then hide out here instead of being inside.
I want 10 minutes of peace.
I have done a lot of clips over the 7 years of being on YouTube. A lot of clips. I could easily say this is in the top 10 saddest clips that I've done. This man is sitting in his garage, minding his own business in America. Probably just got off work. His position is just come almost like a slouched over position. This woman is yelling at the top of her lungs. And he calmly says, all I want is 5 minutes of peace. If more American men and Western men knew that they have options, if y'all knew that y'all do not have to put up with that shit, from the white queens to the black queens, doesn't matter. No human deserves to walk this planet, whether it be male or female, going through verbal abuse. And women are notorious for their verbal abuse. mentally destroying men, mentally encasing them in barbed wire. But like I said, you will never hear me tell an American woman to leave America, and you will never hear me tell you American men to leave America. Because I know y'all love it. Y'all love shit just like this. Y'all love the yelling. Y'all love the disrespect. And don't say that you don't, because if you didn't, you wouldn't stay there for the bullshit. And don't blame it. I ain't got no money. You should be plotting to get out the States, just like the rest of us had to do. I didn't just walk outside the United States. I just got a passport and I just started walking to the border. I had to plot. Taylor Made Dreams had to plot. Al Grease had to plot. Aaron from Black Men's Travel had to plot. T-Mac had to plot. Will had to plot. Jay Clyde, all of us. Jay Fleming, all of us had to plot to start traveling outside the United States. We had to come up with a plan, whether it would start from zero with nothing. We had to plot. Okay, my daughter is this age. By the time my daughter turns that age, okay, I should at least travel to Colombia 3 times or Brazil 3 times. By the time she turns 17, okay, by the time she turns 17, okay, I'll probably be in her life kind of about another 3 more years. She might need me. So by the time she turned 21, I should be able to. But by the time she turned 21, I got 5 DR trips in. Yeah. And I got a Dominican girlfriend. So by the time she turned 21, she's a grown woman. I throw her a few dollars and I'm going to DR. Y'all don't know how to plot. You know how when you watching the movies, when they roll out the bank blueprint and they roll it out, and they're like, okay, the bank, the vault is right here. And okay, the front desk is right there, and the offices are right over there, and they plot the plan like Ocean's 11. Some of you motherfuckers need to be like Ocean 11, Ocean 12, Ocean 13, plotting your ass off. Every day should be part of your plot. That's how we did it. Man, I plotted every day, whether I thought about the financial part, whether I thought about the relationship part with the country. I knew the ladies gonna be there, so I wasn't tripping on that part. Do I need a visa? Do I not need a visa? How I get a longer visa? What do I need to do? Man, I plotted every trip. I sat back and said, okay, in order to have my spot in Colombia, my first spot, I need to let my cigar habit go. Okay. My first spot in Colombia was $325 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Not even far from here. Really nice neighborhood. So I got a choice. Keep on smoking cigar, my favorite cigar spot in Brandy, and I'm spending about $350 a month. Or I could take them damn cigars, put them to the side, take them brandy and let them have that brandy. And I can have me a whole apartment waiting for me in Colombia every time I land. No more Airbnb life. Now, mind you, I'm not living there full time yet. So the first couple years, I'm only there maybe 3 or 4 times. But I'm paying every month, but it's mine. It's my rented spot. I'm getting furniture one little bit here at a time. See, we plotted. Okay, I got my California king bed and I got the television. Okay, cool. Next month, I'm gonna send money down there to Andrea, so because she been furniture hopping for me, so she gonna get a nice couch set for me and the table. Okay, cool. I got to get a refrigerator. Okay, let me go ahead and get that refrigerator. Cool. Got to give me a couple of dressers. Okay, cool. Give me a work area. Okay, cool. Okay, looking good. Okay, I've been plotting for 3 months. I got this. Now I'm about to fly down to Colombia again. Now ain't no Airbnb. This is my California king bed. That's my refrigerator in there. That's my 60-inch television. That's my couch, my living room in another country. It wasn't about having the things. It was about me plotting. I plotted. Same thing with T-Mac. Same thing with Taylor Made Dreams. Taylor Made Dreams said, I was in Atlanta. Okay, I'm going through a divorce. I got to sell this, sell that, sell. Okay, I've got my spot in DR. Okay, I'm not over there yet. Okay, he plotted. Mr. Pro For You, who loved passports on purpose, plotted. You think he just automatically just woke up, got a passport, now he with his wife? Ta-da! No. Plotted, put together a plan. We plotted. But the reason why I don't try to convince men in the United States to leave the United States, because y'all love this shit here. The way that women talk to you, the way that women treat you. They laugh at you because there's more women working than men. They mock you. We get the most degrees. They laugh at you. There are more women with houses than men. Why do y'all stick around for that? Y'all literally stick around for the, you know what I think what it is? Men are used to ass whoopings. White boys got ass whoopings. Black boys got ass whoopings. What do we have in common? We got used to those ass whoopings. We got used to those verbal abuses. Your daddy wasn't shit and you ain't gonna be shit. Right? If you don't get your ass in there and do that motherfucking homework, I will break your gut and get you. Did I not tell your stupid ass to go clean that backyard up? Let me have to say this again. We are so used to women as black men and white men and Latin men and Asian men with the tiger moms. We are so used to verbal abuse for women as a youth, we become numb to it once we become adults. So when a woman is talking crazy as fuck and the rest of the world can see it, we can't. We're so numb to it. This is why I don't try to convince men from America to leave. We become so numb to it, and the person who loves you the most is always the one that talks crazy to you the most. It was first your mama, your mammy used to talk crazy to you. Then your first couple girlfriends, you thought it was cute. Then you got married and now your wife in the States. I don't need this ish. I got plenty of men. They talk crazy to you. And if a man like me or MTR or Richie Mac Zoom to Thailand lets you know that you got options, you dang near cuss us out. But the woman that's talking crazy to you at the house, you ain't cussing at her at all. You just do just like this one dude. We're gonna bring that back. You cry in the garage, asking her, I just wanted 5 minutes of peace. And you got men in going to other countries. And the one thing I have never had to ask my wife for, y'all ready? One thing I never had to ask Andrea for, peace. It was automatically given. Zeta says this, yep, Dre. He said, I'm stacking so much money. He said, I haven't been on any major outings since touching back down. He plotting in the U.S. or on U.S. soil. After I get out, he said, after I got out to see the World Cup, back to grind mode, plotting, preparation, and travel. Andrew says this, no lies. He said, no lies. He said, I used to be numb to it until watching your live stream. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. He said, I can't unsee it anymore. That I have options now. Men who want peace are traumatized in the States, and women in other countries will give you the peace that you're looking for. I didn't say women in other countries were perfect. I didn't say that they were flawless. I didn't say that times they won't get mad at you. But for the most part, most of us who are dealing with women in other countries, most of us, not all of us, have found peace when it comes to the ladies that we deal with. And IMF says some beta males still apologize to Whoopi Seeley from Color Purple on behalf of Danny Glover, Mr. Whoopi, I'm so sorry. Red pill males are like, bitch, I'm not the one who beat you. Fuck you, for real. Seriously. And Zeta, we're gonna end it with Zeta said this. He said, like Linkin Park said, I become so numb. Wow. I become so numb. For real. I can't feel you. I can't feel you there. It reigns true to Western women. I'm about to bring that part back, man. When I first saw this, when I was doing this editing, so sad, man. That is so sad. Those that didn't hear what he said while he's just sitting there, we're talking about the guy in the bottom square. He was saying, all I want is 5 minutes of peace. Let's bring this back.
That it's better for a man to live on the roof of his house than to live inside of the house with a quarrelsome woman. Okay, so ladies, it's our job to set the tone in our homes, to provide that warmth, to provide that love.
You think this is normal? You work all day and then hide out here instead of being inside.
I want 10 minutes of peace.
Unbelievable.
He said 10 minutes. He said, all I want is 10 minutes of peace.
See, I think it's time we, I don't know if they already have stuff like that where women got to go to school before they go into a relationship to really study on how to be in a relationship or marriage. Because this is, I mean, as a man, I think it's time I need to see a certificate that you actually went to the school before I marry you or date you. Because this, as a man, you don't own anything. You thought you got a wife? No, it's many of them fucking her. You thought you got kids? No, she's gonna take that away from you. Well, how about your house? No, you don't get that either. How about my peace? No, you don't get it too. So,
number 2. So we looked at the first of 7 men that we're going to look at tonight. 7 types of men that women in the United States no longer want and women in other countries do. Women in other countries do want these men, but women in America criticize, put down, and belittle these type of men. Number 2 type of men that women in the United States cannot stand to see: a happy man in an interracial relationship. In other countries, is the norm. It's the norm when you travel to other countries, whether you be black or white, doesn't matter. Being in interracial relationships as an expat is almost expected, except for if you go into the continent of Africa or Europe and you're dating Afro-Europeans. But interracial relationships, they don't like that. But in other countries, they have no problem embracing you with interracial relationships.
I think all women don't like seeing their man of race date a other race. Women are quietly racist against.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like interracial stuff.
You think white women mind?
Oh, they do. I know they do.
He said, do you think white women mind? Because we always talk about what black women have to say. And this white brother said, oh, I know they do. I know white women hate when white men are in interracial relationships.
I think all women don't like seeing their man of race date a other race. Women are quietly racist against. They don't like interracial stuff.
You think white women mind?
Oh, they do. I know they do.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think they cared.
They get mad.
Ah.
They'll tease. They'll get like 3 glasses of wine and be like, so, damn, black girl. Are you afraid she's gonna like beat you up? They get like a couple glasses of white wine, and all their dad's information just trickles out.
Reasons why white men pursue black women, and this is like part 3. The white savior complex. Yes, some white men do feel like they are saving a black woman from trauma, poverty, or whatever situation that they are in. Some of them genuinely feel that the only way for a black...
Now, we are talking, I just said, white women hate on white men for dating women of other races. We normally hear from black women talking reckless about black men dating other races. But this is why I posted this, to let y'all know our white brothers go through the same mess, the same hateful slurs, because they are happy with women in other countries or other cultures. Yep, Brad goes through it too. Good way of putting it, Zeta.
Women to be out is for them to marry a white man. Another reason is white narcissism. They have a racial superiority and feel that other races are inferior, so they go and they find a black woman to serve them. Some white men pursue black women because they're bored. They are bored of their conventional, traditional, and usually Christian lives, and they want to spice things up, so they go pursue black women the same way you would go to an adult store and pick out a new toy to play with. Some white men pursue black women because of wagers or bets that they make with their friends, trying to see if that person is able to score with a black woman, and they will either get brownie points or they will confirm whatever stereotype or bias that they have about black women. Now, each of these are nuanced and deep-rooted and absolutely horrific, but they do happen.
I say any day of the week, if I see a black man with a white woman, I'm like, that's that deep-ass self-hate, my nigga. You need to do something about that, right?
If I'm walking down the street and I see a black man with a white woman, there's a weakness in him.
Ooh. When I find out a black man has a white wife or a white girlfriend, my entire perspective about them changes. And at the top of the list, I can't take them seriously because they don't take their life seriously.
Am I crazy for saying I will not date a black man that dates white women? And I'm not saying like you can have never dated a white woman. I'm just saying if you continuously date white women more than you date black women, I don't want to date you.
I feel about interracial shit.
White women, if they date a black man, dead wrong. But if a black woman find her a rich white man, right on, sister.
What I will judge you for is messing with white women. If I find out you mess with white women, you're just knocked down a couple notches.
How many times do I get on here and tell you that this is how people feel? And you're like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Nothing as a black man lowers your dating stock more than involving yourself with a white woman publicly. Literally, it's like catching a plague. It's worse than having a felony, okay? It's treated like a transmitted disease. It's worse than having J. Cole in the Spotify Wrapped. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it would be easier for me to date a black woman if I was on Island, my name was on the list, than if I dated a white woman. And I cannot emphasize enough how much I'm not joking. And look, obviously not everyone is like that, okay? But I'm talking about generally, literally an insult in the black community is you look like you date white women. That's literally like a black person calling the other black person the N-word. It is a slur. And y'all need to understand the people who say these things aren't the ones who just like negotiated their way onto earth. You will see like a baddie and they'll be like, oh, have you dated white women? Like what? Like bro, it's genuinely scary out here. Oh, and by the way, this is another example of the thing that I mentioned that everyone pretend they didn't know what I was talking about, where it's like the person you date affects how people view you romantically. So again, the whole dating stock thing, I'm right as usual, always. And also, disclaimer, this is not an anti-white woman or anti-black woman post. I love all women. I'm just saying that this is a thing that occurs and this is how certain people are viewed if they mess with white women.
This one might get me canceled, but I feel like I have to speak on this. Yesterday,
I saw an interview with two African American women, and I say African American because it is relatable to the story, and they were speaking on interracial couples. I believe their exact words were, Black women with white men are tired. They're tired of dealing with their own race, is the way she explained that. Decided they wanted to date white men. Then she says, Black men who date white women are weak. This right here is what fired me up. A little backstory. I'm married to an African American man. Especially coming from a Black woman saying that Black men are weak for dating a white woman. Black men are not weak for dating white women. My husband had been through so much before me and dated strictly in his race his whole life until we got together when he was 22, 23, somewhere in there. And been treated like absolute trash. But that's not to say that's technically Black women. It's just the people he was picking.
So here's the caveat. Plot that same Black man or white man in another country, and he has options. The same dude, no different economics. He dresses the same. Plot that same white dude that's not being accepted in his home country because he's in an interracial relationship. Plot him in another country. Philippines are not tripping because white dudes are with Filipinos. They are not tripping because Filipinos are with Black men or with Latin men. They are not tripping that Korean men are coming to date Thai women. Nobody is tripping. Only in the West. Only in the West are people tripping like that. You can go down Brazil, get you an Afro-Brazilian sister, because you know Black sisters do not consider Afro-Latinas Black, right? You ain't Black. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. Me no Black. Me no Black, right? They don't consider Dominican sisters Black. They consider Afro-Colombians Black. They don't consider Haitian sisters Black. They don't consider anybody in the Caribbean Black. They don't consider our Afro-European sisters Black. So, and even Africa, African-American sisters, if you marry a sister from Nigeria, she ain't Black. That's how they treat them in the West. Y'all go ahead. Keep on struggling in the States with these chicks, man. Keep on playing these games as if they're going to stop being stupid. They're not going to stop. The harassment that you're going to go through and little snide remarks that you're going to go through will always be there. He's weak. He has self-hatred. He don't love his mama. White guy, you're a narcissist. That's the only reason you're with that Black girl. White guy, it's a fetish. You don't love her. It's just a fetish. Crazy. Yep, they consider dark-skinned Cambodians Black women. It's sad. Madness. These Kikakishas say what it is and isn't Black. But it don't matter. You know why? Because y'all ain't going nowhere. Don't matter. This live stream and these lights and cameras going to go out. And when these cameras and lights going to go out, most of you guys going to still stay there until your 80s. Yeah, you could have moved to another country. You could have traveled to another country, but you didn't. The furthest you got was to Mexico. And you turned right back around and went back to the house. That's the part about American men. We fuss, we cuss, but we ain't going nowhere. And American women know it. I'll say that again. And American women know it. That's why they treat us the way that we do. They do. Because they believe we don't have any options. And the next group of men that women in the States cannot stand, do not want, do not like, but women in other countries do, a man who's happy without them. Women in other countries love a man that could come to their country and you already have a sense of humor. You already have a sense of likeness, that people can like you. You come to their country and you have a sense of community, a sense of you can be with somebody or you can be by yourself in their country. They don't have a problem with that. They don't have a problem with you telling them no. Baby, we ain't going to the movies today. We can go tomorrow though. Okay, Poppy. They ain't got no problem with that. None whatsoever. If you're with them, cool. Okay. It would amaze you how many Colombian women that I was dating. You know, Colombian women are jealous. And I've said this in the past. When they saw on Facebook, and Andrea is the first person I've ever posted, ever. And they saw Andrea on my Facebook page. And my WhatsApp blew up with the women from Medellin that I was dating at the time. It will amaze you how many of them were happy that I could be happy even without them. Only one or two were disappointed. The rest, hey, Dre, as long as you happy, I'm happy. That ain't gonna happen in the States. Let you post a female in the States and those other chicks don't know her. They are not gonna be happy for you. You can believe that. Let me give a shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother T-Mac with the $10 love over on PayPal, not PayPal, I'm sorry, on Cash App, and the $5 Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been going up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's go. Women do not like you in the West if you are happy without them.
Women hating to see men be happy. They hate to see it. So many women, even if they're married or have a boyfriend, they're like, ugh, I hate when he's happy. Ugh, he's smiling. Ugh, gosh. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand why a woman would want a man to be unhappy or why she just doesn't feel comfortable when he is happy. It is a sign of insecurity. It is a sign of...
When a woman see that you happy without them after she thought you was supposed to be all on her, it bugs them out. Guys, you understand how bad women get mad when you ignore them? This is why a lot of times when women reject you and you move on and you doing your thing and you happy, they get pissed off. They start to hate you because they thought that you were supposed to cry, you supposed to get all upset. When they see you good with that, they get angry, bro. This is what happens.
Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I can't know when, but I'm in to sin. I won't ever slack up. You better back up. Try and play the role and you're the whole crew will act up. Get up.
Are you real? Oh my god. Are you serious? What is wrong with you?
I hate when men
Lie. Or broke.
breathe.
Exist. Jesus.
This man was standing there just having fun in the kitchen that he's paying for, minding his business, ain't bothered nobody. Here she comes. I know IMF. I'm going to say something that a lot of you guys who travel can confirm. And some of you guys that are going to be traveling more and relocating to other countries will experience. There will come a time where you're going to go through a learning curve. Many of us are so used to how women in the West treat us that when we finally experience women in other countries, it's going to be foreign to you. You think learning Spanish is foreign to you. Portuguese is foreign to you. Learning one of the languages in the Philippines or Thailand is foreign to you. And that's true. Another thing that's going to be foreign to you guys is how women in other countries treat you. I had to learn it. I know some of the other guys who travel in the comments, they've had to learn it. I had to learn to enjoy my wife bringing me a plate of food or a cup of coffee. I wasn't used to that. I was used to, you got two hands, go get your own. Like a lot of you guys. And don't give me that it's just because you couldn't, that alpha male strategy bullshit. It's just because you couldn't control your women. See, if you control your women, nah, bruh. That's just a Western thing. That's just a thing in the West. See, if you had enough money, she'd bring you a cup of coffee. Why should I have enough money for a woman to bring me a cup of coffee? I need enough money for a woman to bring me a cup of coffee? What the? You're going to have to learn that. You're going to have to learn to be around women that don't. Some of you guys, I'll give you a perfect example. T-Mac, you can attest to this. There are men that go to Medellin, date Colombians, Brazilians, and Venezuelans in Medellin. And you know what they call these women? Hey, bruh, I couldn't date her no more, bruh. She was too clingy. Bruh, if I had a dime for every time one of you dudes confused affection with clinginess, bruh, the money that I would have, T-Mac. Men from the West are so used to women being standoffish, or they want to hug you when they want something, or give you some sex when they want something. Men in the West are not used to public affection like in Brazil. You aren't used to walking down the street holding your woman's hand and she's sexy. Men in the West are not used to women just walking up on you and she just giving you a kiss because she like you or she into you or she's your woman. She'll walk up and just kiss you on the bald head and keep it pushing. A woman in the United States will talk about your bald head. A woman in another country will kiss your bald head. A lot of you dudes throw away a lot. I've seen so many dudes throw away some good Venezuelan women because you were not accustomed to women touching you, affectionate with you, holding you while you're asleep, not putting her knee in your back. Some of you guys aren't used to a woman asking you, how was your day today? Tell me about what you did today. Are you good? A lot of you guys are not used to a woman telling you, are you good? Is everything all right, baby? I'm just trying to make sure that you're enjoying my country. Is there anything that you need in my country? Is there any restaurant you want to go to? I got a couple of spots that my family told me about that I want to show you here in my country. A lot of you dudes chase women away. How dare a woman be affectionate with you? How dare she, Dre, I had to let her go, dog. Well, what happened? Man, dog. She was too clingy. She wanted all my time. I got other women I want. I want a bunch of other women, which is cool. But do realize, a lot of you dudes, We as Western men from UK and United States, we are not used to women competing for us. You listen to Alpha Male Strategy, he thinks because women in the States only compete for men because of money, then it must be women around the world only compete for men for money. Only in the States or UK they gonna ask you when y'all first meet, so what do you do? Oh wow, how much money do you make? That's in the West. I have never had a woman in another country, out of all the countries I've been to, I have never had a woman in another country start off asking me, what do you do? Oh wow, that sounds interesting. I might be interested in that. Well, what do you make? All women want resources, but not all women want resources only. In the West, you are mainly resources of finances and sex only. Other than that, they expect you to shut up and help them take care of their kids, right? They expect you to shut up and bring that money in. They expect you to shut up, don't say nothing else. I will cuss you out like your mama did. Don't you talk to no black woman like that. You respect the queen, right? Let's be real. So when we get to other countries, guys, there's a learning curve. So you guys, this is the funny part. Hey, Zeta, they're taking it for granted that I'm saying that there's a learning curve. It's easy to think Andre don't know what he's talking about while you're still in the States. When you get to DR and get you a regular, sexy, but down-to-earth, traditional Dominican woman, and how that young lady treats you, everything that I'm saying tonight, you're going to say, oh man, I had to get used to that. I wasn't used to a woman bringing me a plate, Dre. You was right. You was right. I thought I was ready for that, Dre. I wasn't used to seeing a woman come back and get the plate and go in the kitchen and clean it up. And I didn't, Dre, I wasn't used to that. I almost stood up and handed her the plate. Her mama almost cussed me out. Dre, you right. I wasn't used to that, bruh. I wasn't used to a woman just giving me peace and introducing me to the island of DR. She showed me stuff about DR I didn't even know. Dre, I wasn't used. You ain't lying, dog. You ain't lying. And you right. They clingy, dog. They want to hug. They want to hold hands. They want every female to know this is mine. You can't have it. In other words, Dre, I ain't used to women having to compete. Dre, I ain't used to no woman realizing and acknowledging if she gonna get me, she gotta compete. That's the caveat and the difference between women in the West and the women in many other parts of the country. I mean, parts of the continent or the world. Women in many countries, I'm not gonna say all countries, but many countries treat mating as a competition because they know statistically there are, if you come to Cali, it is 80-1, 70-1. Some countries 20-1, 15-1. Girl, if I don't get them, somebody else will. Whereas American and UK women will say, I got a roster. I don't need you. I don't need no man. I'm telling y'all, bruh. And y'all not used to that. A lot of brothers ain't used to that. I'm talking about a woman being on your team is foreign language. Dave says this. Did she say that she hates that men exist? That men exist. As if this infrastructure, this global infrastructure would have existed without men. As if all these buildings, all the cars, all of the military, all of the construction, all of the oil rigs, all the food that men produce and get to the kitchen table, as if all these things would have taken place if this world was filled with only women. Do you know how many caves we would still be living in and how many jungles we would still be trying to survive in if it was only women running this planet? It would be peaceful. It wouldn't be anything here to care if it was peaceful. There would be no infrastructures. There would be no military. 99% of fishing would stop. It's, guys, there's not enough studs in the world to do the job of a man. I'm gonna say this again. Well, women, we could build this. Ladies, there's not enough studs in any city to build a city like New York. Y'all ain't got enough gay women that act masculine enough that's gonna get up on those high beams and carry some of the material that men are able to carry. Ain't enough studs. There are not enough studs that are that act like they manly in any city to build infrastructure the way that we do. There's not enough studs to build the pipelines underneath the streets. There's not enough studs to build bridges and sewer systems. Why I say studs? Because you know the regular chicks ain't gonna get their nails broken. A regular chick is not gonna build a bridge. You can forget about that one. When you hear women in the West talk so little of you men and feel like it's not a competition and feel like you don't even need to exist, you guys need to realize that's only in the West. That's only in my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. That's only in long live the king, long live the queen. David also says this. This is going to sound crazy. He said, I've dealt with so many Western ladies. I was transforming into a pookie. All that toxic energy is not worth it. It really isn't. That's why I say when it comes to women in the West, I keep quiet. I'm not about to argue with you on, women in the West are not about to get a home field advantage off of me. They are not about to sit back and just, we women did. I keep quiet, get my passport, and I leave. Dre, why don't you argue with them on a panel? You know why? Why argue with somebody that's a fool? The Bible says this, even a fool looks wise when he keeps his mouth shut. Even a fool looks wise when he keeps his mouth shut. And I've heard this one. When you see two people arguing from afar, you can't recognize which one is the fool or not. So I refuse to argue with women and American men on panels about passport bro, about travel. I sit back and I will listen to them. And I be itching. I won't lie. I be itching. But I be like, Dre, don't waste your time. American people don't want to know nothing about what's outside of America. They just talk. Let them talk. Dre, let them talk. But no, they said, no, Dre, let them people talk. They ain't gonna never go nowhere anyway. Let them have fun talking. You get to cut your cell phone off, not listen to them anymore, and you in a whole nother country, Dre. And you got a whole new group of brothers. And you know people from around the world. Dre, don't feed off it to them. Let them people go. That's why you will never see me on them panels, bro. Because American people really don't want to learn more about other countries. MTR is going to be on Richie Max tonight, right? Here's the kicker. Everybody's going to sound like it. They're in the comment section, hyping MTR. Yes, right, MTR. Go to another country. We're so happy for you, brother. Blah, 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 right? But the moment that the lesson that MTR going to learn as he travels the world, here's another MTR. Here's another lesson for you. You're going to learn that Americans ain't going no goddamn where. All that being happy for you is temporary. They was happy for me. They was happy for Richie Mack. They was happy for Taylor Made Dreams. They were happy for Ace Live. They were happy for Check and Effect. That novelty wore off fast. And Americans didn't want to hear a goddamn thing that we said. They don't want to hear nothing that we say. They don't think that you can be a proud American outside of America. And I'm here to tell you, there are many of us that are proud to be Americans without having to be on the plantation of America. But they don't want to hear that. And so I sit back and I let MTR enjoy himself and be so happy. But I promise you, in a month or two, that shit gonna wear off. Once he realized Americans don't give a damn about your happiness if you're a man in the States, and they damn sure don't give a damn about your happiness if you're a man that's out of the States. And that's the sad part. He said the Freedom Bros sound like running for freedom. See, y'all sound like y'all running from freedom. Y'all sound like y'all escaping something. No, we gonna keep it the passport bros. We gonna keep that passport part right in their face. We gonna keep that passport part right in their face, in the face of women, no matter what race, color, creed in the West. They're gonna know that men are not just going for freedom. Men don't need freedom. We're already free. Men are using passports. We're free because we have options already. Slaves didn't have options. We have options. We're already free. Freedom Bros sound like slaves leaving the plantation. And speaking of it, taking big balls to travel. It takes big balls to travel outside of the country. Absolutely correct. Shout out to YouTube is a habit in the building. Glad to see you here, brother. As well as my brother, Ben Dixon. Ben Dixon's ghost, that is. He said, I'm the same way. He said, I do not argue or try to convince anyone. I say, let the trials of life kick your ass into reality, not me. Absolutely correct. Like the old folks say, just keep on living. Just keep on living. Let's continue on, gentlemen. This man was just minding his business, having fun. Women in the West do not want to see men that are just happy. They can't stand that. But women in other countries, they work hard because they are proud to see their man happy.
Are you real? Oh my God. Are you serious? What is wrong with you?
I hate when men lie or broke. Breathe. Exist. Jesus Christ.
Breathe, exist.
Are inconsistent. Don't let you enjoy the girls' night. Know that they're fine. Cause it's like, you gotta
You can't even be attractive when men know that they're fine.
be humble about it. If you know that you're fine, you can't act like it.
Say, you know what? I'm gonna take care of you.
You want the Nutella dipsticks? What you want?
You know what?
I'm splurging today.
Don't take lead. Don't keep it real. Just lie about any little thing. Just keep it real, because you just never know who you dealing with. You hear me lie? I hate when men lie. Are haters. When they say type shit 24/7.
Tight shit.
I hate when women can't cook like Kaya.
You see how that works in the West? You see how that works? Him and the cat just chilling. Ain't bothering nobody. Even the damn cat. Even the cat can't catch a break. Even the cat can't catch a break. They do not, and I mean do not want to see y'all happy at all. At all. Wish you would showcase any form of happiness. Even the cat had to fight for happiness. You saw the cat was fighting? The cat just wanted to chill, mind his own business. They don't want to see the cat happy, bruh. Yep. Shout out to T-Pat in the building, as well as Casual Jeremy in the building. He said the cat tried. The cat is tired of her crap. Absolutely correct. Even the cat, bruh. Let's go back and watch that one again.
Can't cook like Kaya.
And he said he doesn't want to go with you. So the cat is a male cat. Look at the cat right now. Gone with that. The cat is a male cat. Said he doesn't want to go with you. Chase said, I'm chilling. Chase said, we are having a spa day. Chase is not trying to deal with that BS, lady, just because y'all hating on the cat. That's an American cat. America is cooked. Even the cats need a passport. Even the male cats need passports. Yep, just keep living. Even the cats need a passport.
They're like, oh, you hate all men. I'm like, I've never said that, but if the shoe fits, wear it. I don't give a fuck. But also, like, yeah, don't you? Haven't you ever spent time with one? They're fucking awful. Like, have you ever seen a group of guys out, like all straight dudes, and they're all laughing? Have you ever been like, God, I wonder what they're laughing at? No. When they're laughing, I'm going, the fuck are they doing? Something bad, probably.
I'm like, they probably just hit a woman.
They're probably high-fiving over a slur. I bet. That's what I think. When I see men doing it, I'm like, what are you laughing at? What's so funny? You do?
This is the same chick that got a man. Oh, my bad. The same chick that got a simp. Because
the state of the world?
For chicks like this. No matter how many craters on her face, there will always be the dude in the States that will simp for chicks. And a woman can talk greasy and y'all will still let her in your Mercedes. That's how it is in the West. You know what's so funny? If these chicks were born in another country, half of this nonsense that they speak wouldn't ever be spoken. Wouldn't ever be spoken.
Turn on the news. I bet you wouldn't be laughing so hard. I'm just harassing them.
So, let me get this straight. Couple of guys laughing together automatically means they must have done something wrong or they just hit a woman? This isn't a joke. It is straight up hating on men with a smile.
Because to them, peace looks like happiness. And they don't like happiness when they're not around. She's not going to preserve your peace. And I know there's some women in here like, no, I'll preserve my man's peace. And you're a fucking liar. Because think about a time your man was in the room by himself, staring off into the distance, smiling. And you walk past the room. Did you look at him and go, he looks happy. I'm going to leave him by himself. He looks happy. Or did you go, the fuck is he smiling about? It better be me. It better be fucking me.
Number 4 man, 4 of 7. The fourth type of man that women in the West no longer will tolerate. But women in other countries love is a man who wants to be with a submissive woman. You might not be able to have a woman that's happy being submissive in the States, or it's rare. Let's put it like this. It's rare to find a woman at peace with being submissive and traditional in the States. It is not far-fetched. It is not as hard as you think to find you a woman in another country compared to UK that enjoys and takes pride in being traditional and caring for her man. As I was putting these 7 men together, these 7 types of men together, this video montage, it's just so sad to see what you guys go through. I mean, like when these cameras go off and tomorrow morning, you guys are going to be dealing with the women in these videos. Soon as you see a fine one, you'll be like, dang, she fine. Okay, cool. 9 times out of 10, and I'm not saying there aren't any traditional women in the States, but it's not the norm anymore. It's not the norm anymore. You guys know it. I'm not saying anything you don't know, saying anything that you don't already know. But guys, there are women in other countries that will not only compete for your affection, compete for your resources, yes. And one of the ways that they compete is who could be the one most cooperative, supportive, fit, feminine friendly, and submissive.
So a few days ago, I made a video saying the things that I do for my husband that most modern women wouldn't agree with. And y'all, when I tell you the comments had me dead, the amount of people who were so flabbergasted that I consider my husband my leader and that I ask him for permission before I do certain things is honestly quite shocking. For one, I didn't understand why so many people were so pressed about a relationship that has nothing to do with them. And for two, I don't understand the fuss that a lot of women have with a woman considering the man that she married her leader. I mean, why wouldn't you marry someone whose judgment and leadership and guidance you can trust? Why is it a comical thing to respect your husband so much that to even ask permission before doing certain things just to make sure he's okay with it is something that's deemed as comical or oppressive? Like, why do y'all get so angry when you see a woman respecting her man? I mean, listen, y'all could be Miss Independent if you want to, but one thing about me, I learned from my foremother Eve. I'm not trying to be like her and disregard anything my husband says just to do my own thing. No, I'm gonna make sure my husband is okay with everything that I do. And this is my marriage, not yours. So you don't gotta be big mad in the comments because I'm chilling. I'm happy. I love my man. I'm living stress-free over here, baby.
And these women get so much attacked so bad. A woman in the United States that's submissive gets attacked. A woman in another country that's submissive, other than this young generation, the few feminists that are in this young generation, women in other countries get applauded. Women in other, okay. There's a saying that we have, at least here in Cali. I don't know if it's all across Colombia, but they have a saying here in Cali called, I see you got a heavy hand, right? Heavy hand. Heavy hand is a compliment to your spouse about their spouse. Like when you guys say, Andrea looks good, she's ladylike, she's happy. The slang you would say to me is, hey Dre, I see you got a heavy hand. Meaning that I see how your wife carries herself. They say to Andrea, I see how Andre dresses. Girl, I see you got a heavy hand. And it means that I'm a compliment to her. A heavy hand, right? It doesn't mean iron hand. It just means that, hey, I see the impact you're having on your spouse. You are celebrated as a woman when your husband looks good, feels good, and is happy. You are celebrated as a man when your woman in another country looks good, feels good, and she's happy. Like Mr. Pro for You and his wife, right? Like Mr. Pro for You and his wife. You can see the joy that pours from her on every episode of their channel, their YouTube channel. At the same time, you can see the happiness and peace and laughter that pours from him every time she says something or does something to make him feel comfortable. In the States and in the UK, a woman is mocked for being submissive. In many other countries, a woman is celebrated for being submissive. Andre came to me the other day with 3 new hairstyles. We didn't think about this one, man. We didn't think about that one. I said, I like this hair color. This is nice. And she's worn it before. And I was like, I like this one. She said, I like that one too, the same one. She said, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. Well, I had it before a couple times. She said, but we'll see. She didn't just go out like women in the United States, change her hair color, change her hairstyle, because it's my head and I do what I want to do. She didn't do that. She came to me first. A lot of you guys are never going to experience that. Never experience it. Troy says this. Shout out to Troy. My dude. Troy says this. He said they look down on traditional women. Back home, they see it as weak. That's so true. Destroying the uniqueness and beauty of women. If they only knew. Shout out to my brother Oki. Says this. Okia. Nobody's hoping that. Oka. So I'm just butchering it. I'm just keeping it as Oki. Shout out to you for being here, brother. He said they hate Simone Biles. Yeah, the Olympic. Boy, they can't stand. I think I got her in here. For being submissive to her husband, Jonathan Owens. I think I got her in this episode. Shout out to you for acknowledging that part. I think she's in this particular section too. And my brother Slim in the building says this. He said, if a boomer was called heavy-handed back in the day, just know CPS was on the way. I know, right? I thought the same thing. Let's let this sister preach like Bobby said.
Husband says just to do my own thing. No, I'm gonna make sure my husband is okay with everything that I do. And this is my marriage, not yours. So you don't gotta be big mad in the comments because I'm chilling. I'm happy. I love my man. I'm living stress-free over here, baby. Take her medal off. After all of...
She said, take her medal off. Talking to her husband. Take her medal off.
Take her medal off.
I'm sorry to say, but we have always said other women keep women single. At this point, what is a better example of this relationship right here? Y'all hate her man so much because he said he didn't know who she was, and y'all have ran with it to make it seem like he don't like that woman. Simone has stood up for this man. She has said leave her alone. She even claps back in comment section now because she replied to that video. Some of you are miserable. Some of you get enjoyment from talking down on men. If Simone is happy, support her. If something comes out that's negative, support her. Every sport, when a team wins something and that person has a significant other, they take pictures together with their trophy, with the ring, whatever the prize is, they always take a picture together. To be honest, If they didn't take this picture together, I would look at it sideways as, why are you not taking a picture with her? Why are you not supporting her in her moment? This man negotiated in his contract with the Chicago Bears to ensure that he was at the Olympics. But yet y'all try to find every single way to say, nah, he don't really like her.
Women who get the most hate from other women are women who are in relationships and marriages. I am convinced that women hate men so much to where they will completely demean and pick apart a woman that absolutely loves her. You will be called pick-me's, you will be called stupid, you will be called everything in the world just because a single woman hates men so bad. Let's not even talk.
Now, mind you, before she goes any further, shout out to her. Mind you, it's not us acknowledging and noticing how much these women in the West don't like men. This is not a dude. These are not dudes talking. These are not dudes talking. These are women talking. We had the one dude talk, but for the most part, so far, when it came to submissiveness, it's the women that are complaining about other women in the West that are mad because these women have decided to be submissive to their men. It's women in the West that's keeping women single. But here's the funny part. Go to another country. Will not the women in another country introduce you to a friend if they got a man? See, here's the part about another country that I like. If the female that you walk up on, she got a man in the States, I got a man. And that is that. In other countries, not all, but in many countries, if you walk up on a woman and she says, I got a man, here's the next line. But I got a sister. I got a cousin. I got friends. I'll introduce you. Here's one of my friends. They have no problem with introducing you to other women. Whereas in the States, they wouldn't dare introduce you to another woman after they just said they got a man. That's how backwards it is.
So much to where they will completely demean and pick apart a woman that absolutely loves her. You will be called pick-me's, you will be called stupid, you will be called everything in the world just because a single woman hates men so bad. Let's not even talk about the vile things that they will say about your spouse, right? And please keep in mind, all this is just coming from their own hatred and just simply because they hate men. They hate men so much. They will literally bully you out of your relationship. They will say the worst things possible to make you think that your man doesn't love you. Your man doesn't care about you. You need to go. You know, he's treating you wrong. He's cheating on you. They will say everything in the world, right?
I did not realize how hated black men were by black women until I did my series. My husband was raised by a single mom, and this is what I've learned. And then I did another video, Black Men in Therapy, and the comments from black women, wow, color me surprised. I kept receiving comments full of skepticism from men saying, are you really trying to give us grace? Are you really trying to understand us? And when I saw the women comment, I went, oh, wow, now it's starting to click. And it saddened me, but I now understand. And a lot of them brought up generalizations about black men creating broken homes and leaving more baby mamas and babies out there. But I feel like millennials and Gen Z are swinging the pendulum the other way from Xers and boomers because they're trying to be in their children's lives. They're not trying to have these broken homes. They're trying to make it work with their partners. So now I understand comments like this, but I'm a big advocate for all men's healing.
Pay attention to this video.
Why is it your job to make him feel better about himself?
Because I'm his wife,
and he wasn't feeling good. I love that man. I could have married a whole lot of different people. He's my love. He's my king. He's my man. Why would I not make him feel better? He made me better. I never would have been on TV without him. I love him. It was us against the problem. It's us against the fact that one of us just lost our job. It's us against the fact that it's us. We're not in opposition. We both win or we both lose. Period. End of story. It's his job to make me feel better. And it's my job to make him feel better.
All right, Judge. All right, Judge. All right, Judge. She always bragging about her husband. That's one thing I can say. She brags and brags about her husband. My brother says this, and shout out to my brother Zero in the building, my neighbor here in Colombia, in Cali. Shout out to them DMV boys. My brother says this. He said, they hate us. Emotional damage. We ignore them. Logic reaction to the hate. Logical reaction to the hate. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Me and our TikTok are finally saying to leave the average black woman alone, except them plantation bros. Except them plantation bros. You are 100% correct. 100% correct. All right, let's continue on. The next man of 5. The next man that women in the United States cannot stand, that women in other countries will understand, is a man that ignores them. Women in the United States will call you all type of names and act all crazy, and they can't stand when you ignore them. Women in other countries can't stand it either, but they understand it. I want to say this again. Women in other countries know if you say something stupid, if you do something foolish, and I cut you off, they don't like it, but they understand it. Women in the States, you ignore them, they take it personal, and here come the attacks. Here come your car getting keyed up. Here comes sugar being put in your tank. Here come you need to put, okay, if you think I'm lying, how many of y'all been to other countries and had to go down to the police station and put a restraining order on a foreign chick for stalking you because you didn't want to be with her no more? You go and put that in the comments. I ain't got one. I'm gonna tell you that now. I have never, in all the countries I've been to, I have never had to put a restraining order on a foreign woman that I decided to ignore because she started doing some crazy stuff. Now they may do it to the local men, but I'm talking about us foreign dudes. I've never went to a country where if I ignored a woman and didn't want to be bothered with her, she was getting on my nerves so bad, I had to go down to the police station in DR, in Brazil, in the Philippines, and get a restraining order. Like I said, how they treat local men, that ain't got nothing to do with us. But when it comes to us foreign men, there are a lot of good women and a lot of bad women in foreign countries. But I'm talking about the good ones. I have never had to put a thank you, Ben. Never. Never. You ain't never sat back and decided that if you had a choice between 2 or 3 quality women in another country and you cut these 2 quality women off because you're trying to get to know this quality woman in another country, these 2 didn't act a goddamn fool. You notice that? You go to DR, you mess with 3, 4 Dominican women, and then you slowly decide to let, focus on one, and you start to let these other ones kind of like drift by the way. We know how men do. We kind of let them know, I'm kind of focusing on somebody else. Them Dominican chicks, you ain't got to put no restraining order on them because she jealous and mad at you. Now, once again, how they treat local men, that may be one thing, but we're talking about us. And we never end up in a situation, in a circumstance in which we lose out. We don't have situations like that, but time and time again, if you ignore a woman in the States, all hell will break loose. And yes, your girl just brought me a cup of coffee. Shout out to your girl, Andrea. Shout out to Andrea.
I've decided to move into another direction.
That's how you feel. I gotta respect it.
And that's all you have to say. If that's how I feel, I'm gonna respect it.
You seem like
you said your one-liner. If that's all you have to say, let's hug and let's just let it go. You ain't trying to fight for nothing.
You seem like you've already made your
It
decision.
ain't about me already making a decision. You don't have a rebuttal for nothing that I'm saying.
You seem like you've already made your decision.
I wanted you to say something.
I'm
You're not
listening to you speak.
It's not time to listen. It's time to talk. All of the things you say you want to be there. You're here for me. You're all about the future and everything. You didn't even fight for a second.
To the table with the table, the chairs, the bacon. So I'm not asking or begging a man to take care of me because I don't need that, honey. Look at me.
Few moments later.
I'm tired. I no longer want to be an independent woman. Forget that INDE. I'm good. I want to be a housewife.
Where are the men? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, where you at? I done been to the gym. I done been to Target. I done been everywhere. Like, where are you? Where do you be at? Where do y'all be at? Where's the man? Where's the man that want wives? Like, where are you?
Well, they don't
Where
like
you looking at? Because obviously you're not looking over here. Like,
they do not like when y'all ignore them. Where are the men? You can't be in Target. Yes, we are. You can't be in Home Depot. Yes, we are. We are busy minding our own business. That's where the men are. That's where we are. Stop asking where we are on every other TikTok video when y'all told us to leave y'all alone. Y'all told us to leave y'all alone. So we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah, we did it. Like Dora the Explorer. Y'all told us to leave y'all alone. So we did it. We did it. We did it. So we did it. Just like Dora the Explorer, we're ignoring them like deaf people ignoring sound. Absolutely correct. Shout out to my deaf brothers and sisters out there that ain't got to hear these women.
what's wrong? Like, where do we find men at? Like, where?
You cannot make this stuff up. You can't.
There's going to be nothing like the female loneliness epidemic that you're going to see with this generation of women when they hit the 40s. It's going to be out of control.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at modern women getting starved for attention from men. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's just jump right into the video.
Men are not like how they were when our parents were growing up. I grew up like the man is supposed to take care of the woman. The man is supposed to go up to the girls. Like the man is supposed to have drive and initiate everything. Like I feel like now it's so hard to find guys that like even just in general have drive in life. Like I feel like it's so different. When did this change? When did this change? Anyways, I just feel like there's no manly men.
That's because many modern women said manliness was toxic. I mean, what exactly were they expecting here?
I don't know. That's messed up. Because I know you saw me see you. And you still got off that treadmill. And you walked over to that girl. And fed it. We're at the gym. What's funny? We're at the gym. What's funny?
Plummeted. Actually, I feel like when I go to Nigeria this Christmas, I will really believe if it's like me. Maybe like I'm not just the I think I am. You know what I'm saying? Or if the temperature has really changed and men don't approach women any longer. What's tea?
Men don't approach weaves any longer. The first thing we're done approaching is bad weaves. Men don't approach weaves any longer. Goodness gracious, we tired of bad weaves. We tired of weaves in general. But anytime your weave look like it's hovering above your head, this woman weave look like it's on hover mode. The weave look like it got hydraulics, like a 6'4" Impala, and you want me to approach you. Men are tired of approaching fakeness. You approach a woman in Brazil, 9 times out of 10, that's her hair. You approach a woman in Colombia, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna always be that one with a little bit of, maybe a little bit of extensions, but 9 times out of 10, that's her hair. You approach a woman in Thailand or Philippines, 9 times out of 10, we tired of approaching weaves, fake extra long eyelashes. We tired of it. They refuse to accept the fact that we just don't want to tolerate stuff anymore. Especially after we got done looking at photos for the last 5-6 years since the pandemic of brothers going to other country in his real hair. And going to other countries and it ain't them long cum eyelashes. And brothers going to other countries and the women that they're with aren't 216, 217 pounds. The average woman in the United States wearing a size 20. We tired of walking up on big girls, big girls. We tired of it, ladies. Do y'all not realize men have a threat? Ladies, we understand y'all have a threshold. It's only so much y'all gonna take from a man before y'all say, this ain't gonna work for me, right? We get it. We get it, right? We get it. Ladies, we got a threshold too. We can only walk up to so many weaves in a lifetime. Like my weave threshold was a true story. My weave threshold was like 3 weaves in a lifetime. I've only ever walked up on 3 weave wearers, hair helmets, if you will, in a lifetime. Some dudes' tolerance is 20 weave hair helmets in a lifetime. Some dudes can do 50 weaves in a lifetime. I'm not talking about braids. I'm talking about weaves. Some dudes can only do 1 weave in a lifetime. To where for the rest of his life, he only gonna be with natural haircuts. Man, I got to the point where I was like, I'm gonna just deal with the chicks with the pixie cuts. I'm gonna just deal with women with the short haircut. At least I know the short haircut 9 times out of 10 might be hers. But then all of a sudden they start coming out with the pixie cut wigs. So I don't even know if that's her real hair, even if it's in a short pixie cut now. Man, y'all got to put up with too much in the States. Y'all got to put up with too much in the States. He say, nah, for real. She wears weaves or wigs. That's an automatic turn me off. It's automatic. It's automatic, baby. Absolutely.
What's going on? Did I miss something? But it's weird. Like, I saw the cutest guy today at a dispensary. His voice was deep, like tilted my waist and like, not even a glance. Not even like a side eye. Nothing. I hurt my feelings.
Needs to hear this, but I'm not in the game of chasing men, okay? I believe in men pursuing women that they're interested in, and I reciprocate the same energy I get, because in this day and age, y'all are getting sassy. Y'all are getting sassy. You want double text, to be text first, to be asked out. I'm not doing it, okay? Once there's an established connection or relationship, then there can be more energy. But first off, no, pursue me, date me. The sassy man apocalypse?
Baby, can I say something to you? You want to call us sassy men, but you got your daddy's features. You got your daddy's features. You got your daddy's brush waves. You got your daddy's part on the side of your head. You got your daddy's nose. Them your daddy's cheeks. Them your daddy's cheeks. That jawline, oh, that's your daddy's. That's your daddy's. Baby, you trying to talk about men not walking up on men. You should walk up on men. It should be easy for you. Girl, you look just, you got your daddy's features. You don't look nothing like your mama. You don't look like, your mama must be, you know how they say the baby come out looking like the daddy when the mama is mad at the daddy during the pregnancy. Your mama must have been pissed at your daddy during the pregnancy because you came out looking just like your daddy. And you want to talk about men approaching you? Men don't want to approach you because they don't want to make a mistake. You look like one of our partners that we owe $50 to. You look like one of the partners we played football with in high school. Baby, you got the same features of our school principal when we were in the 9th grade. Baby, you look like your daddy. I'm sorry, baby. You got nice skin. Yes, you do. You got nice skin, but you look like your daddy. You look like you was a school principal, or your daddy, you look like your daddy and he was a high school coach. You look like your daddy. I'm just saying, man. Sis. I'm helping you out. The last thing you should have got was a short haircut. Some women can pull it off. You got a nice head shape. Your head is shaped like your daddy's. You got a nice head shape, but sis, you should have kept your hair long as possible because your facial features look just like your daddy. You look like your daddy and 3 of your uncles. You look like your daddy and your granddaddy. You know, when they show photos like, oh, she looked just like her auntie when her auntie was young. You look like your granddaddy when your granddaddy was young. Anytime you were spitting image your granddaddy when he was 12, you shouldn't be questioning why men ain't approaching you. You look just like your granddaddy when he was 12 years old. When your granddaddy was in the fields of Tennessee, somebody took a photo of your granddaddy. And baby, you look just like your granddaddy. Baby, your features so strong, you look like your son. You not only look like your granddaddy, you not only look like your father, but your son got the same damn features. Your son look like his granddaddy and great granddaddy, and all of them look like you. How come you look like 4 of your male cousins, girl? Baby, hear me out. You sound like a woman. You move like a woman. But I'm telling you, you look like all your male cousins. You look like all your damn male cousins. You look like Earl, Keith, Bubba, William, Tyrone. You look like all the Tyrones in the family. Bubba, both of them. You look like Bubba on your mama's side of the family and Bubba on your daddy's side of the family. You wonder why men ain't approaching you. If you was in Thailand, they'd be like, lady boy, are you a lady boy? You better not never zoom your ass to Thailand. They're gonna be like, the first black lady boy? What the hell? They breeding black lady boys in Thailand? Girl, if your ass don't sit your ass down somewhere talking about some men being sassy, looking like your damn granddaddy when he was 13. They got black and white photos that look just like your ass in the family, and all of them men. God damn, the male. Yeah, she got the JB Smooth daughter look. All she got to do is just cut all her hair off, just looking just like JB Smooth. Looking just like your daddy. Daddy features strong features. Sit your butt down somewhere, sister.
Oh no, man.
All right, number 6. This is the craziest one of all. Women in the United States cannot stand a man that ain't got no damn kids. All of us men, statistics show that 52% of men ain't got no kids. It's okay. It's okay. Because women in the United States, they can't stand the fact that you ain't got no kids. But women in other countries, they happy you ain't got no kids. You can have kids with them.
There are roughly 20% more black women with kids than black men. This is according to Pew Research Center. You don't have to take my word for it. There are roughly 60, and I'm fuzzy on the math here, so don't hold me to this because it is pretty late. But over 60%, let's put it that way, over 60% of black women have children. Over 60%.
Only 46% of black men have ever fathered a child.
Just over 40% of black men have children. So there's roughly 20 points difference between the two. Simply put, there's just no getting past this. There are more black women with kids than there are black men with kids. That's going to create an issue. How so? We just saw it on the tape. The second tape shows us the issue. If you're the man with no kids and you're coming into a situation where the woman has kids and she's dealing with the baby daddy, that's an issue. There's no getting past it. When I hear black women and some black men say, well, won't you just find a black woman with kids? Well, without kids, excuse me. Won't you just find a black woman without kids? That's very difficult to do, especially if you're over 35, over 40. That's very difficult to do. No, because again, black male desire is verboten. It's forbidden. Black male desire is illegitimate. Black male desire is not seen as legitimate.
Right. Niggas with no kids act like stuck up bitches. I swear to God.
She's mad. I can tell you why. A lot of women hate a man who knows his value, who knows his worth. If that man went 25, 30 plus years without having a child or children, why would he settle with a woman who has children? Now, don't get me wrong. If a man wants to do that, it's no problem. It's your life. Live it. But if you ask me my advice, I'm going to tell you as a man, don't be with that woman with children if you don't have a child. Why play dad when you can actually find a woman with no children and actually start a family and be a dad? Anytime a man don't agree with what women say or don't act like a real man, by their definition, they have one tactic and one tactic only. And that's shaming you. Because it's not like they can beat your ass. So let me shame him. Let me shame them into doing what I want them to do. And the weak men will fold by their shaming tactics. But a headstrong man who really stand on his beliefs don't care what nobody say. Don't care about the shaming tactics. At the end of the day, you just got to let a woman talk, because that's more times than not what they going to do.
And don't let you have no kids. What? You ain't got no kids?
You not married? You living your life? You enjoying yourself? Man, they gonna be hating on you, bro. I got a lot of married guys who be hating on me. They be mad because I'm just doing my thing. Why you mad? Listen here, bro. I'm not hating on your married life. They be like, yo, when you gonna have kids and, you know, you gotta build family. Hey, I don't wanna hear that. I don't wanna hear that. I'm a single bachelor dude. I got my girl and I'm doing my thing. I'm happy. But you know what it is? They don't like that. They don't like the fact that you happy when you single. Cause let's be real. When you ain't married, you ain't got no kids, you stress free. I got homies who be stressing with their baby mama. Going through hell with their baby mama. I don't got them issues. No chick can control me. Nobody can control me. I do my thing. I go out and come in whenever I please. But that's what it is. They mad cause they can't control you. They mad you free. You could do what you want to do. You can say, oh, I want to move here. I want to do this. You say, I don't like this job. I'm gonna get a new job, or I'm gonna go delve into this career. I'm gonna start this business. You can do whatever you want to do when you single. But when you start having kids and you get married, things change, and they don't like that.
One of the things that I realized a while ago, society hates to see a man who is 30 and up with no kids, no wife, and just single and happy. They hate to see you traveling the world by yourself. They hate to see you going out to eat by yourself. They hate to see you just enjoying life in general by yourself. They want to see you miserable with a fat wife, working a 9 to 5, doing the everyday, regular routine. They don't want to see you living your best life, but live your best life anyways.
This is only a real thing because women talk about it. Women find men who are 40 years old without kids, without a wife, to be an ick. You know, y'all like, oh, he give me the icks. So from a man's point of view, it's okay to be 40 years old. Now, this is really not a thing for most men. Most men wouldn't consider themselves to be a failure in life if they don't have kids and they're 40 plus. But if women find that to be unattractive, then most men will try to correct that behavior so that they can be attractive to most women. A lot of things that we do, that men do,
are based off of what women want.
Based off what women find to be attractive. Because every man gets to that point. You could be a player for as long as you're a player. But at some point, you're going to think about that right there.
If you're 30, single, with no kids, society hates you. Especially married people. They can't stand your ass. Society does not want to see you happy. They don't want to see you living your best life. They don't want to see you making money. They don't want to see you traveling. They don't want to see you in Jamaica having fun. They want you barefoot and pregnant. They don't want to see you pimping all over the world. They want you to have a fat wife with a mustache working a 9 to 5, straight up. Society wants you to follow the tradition. Get married, have kids, get fat, and be bored until you die. You either gonna live your life the way you want or how society wants you to live. No cap.
Why are you single? Or why are you
35 with no kids?
With no kids? That's a red flag
That's
for
a red
me.
flag. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. No kids, red flag. If you was with somebody for 5 years, you have no kids. Like,
I'm inclined to agree, because why are you single? Why don't you have any kids at 35? Like, super red flag. I sure wouldn't want that. And all the guys that's like in their 30s with no kids, don't come in the comments. Don't come in the comments trying to explain to me why you're not a red flag. Yeah, because definite red flags. Because how are you already, like, you're 30. So you're telling me not one girl you got pregnant? That just let me know that, you know, something not right about you. And matter of fact, y'all probably need to message me. I don't care about no hate comments. For real, like, I take the hate. Y'all red flags for sure. Who? Cause.
Okay, and last but not least, the last man that women cannot stand before we head over to Richie Max is men who travel. I want to talk about this instead of showing this. I could show you the video, but we're all about to head over to Richie Max in a split second and be over there with MTR. So I want you guys to be over there. And somebody, one of the moderators, dropped the link to Richie Max live stream. I'm going to be heading over there. I already got my link to join them on the panel. So they're waiting for me to join the panel. I'll definitely be sending this one to you. Definitely be sending this one to you. Okay, guys. Men that travel, women can't stand it. Why? Because you discover that you have options and opportunities around the world. You realize that I ain't got to pull nothing. I could just have a woman that'll bring me a cup of coffee, cafe, or make you a meal, or give you some good loving, or just give you a hug, man. Just give you a hug. Either way, these women and men, these women don't understand what you men are experiencing in other countries. And that's why they don't want you to travel. The last thing they will want in the United States is for you guys to leave the plantation. How dare you leave this plantation? And let's go. I'm about to let you guys go. I'm about to do an outro video. And I will be meeting you guys over at Richie Max. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Remember, there are 7 men that women in the United States don't like, but women in other countries, including you travel guys, they really enjoy, they really, really appreciate. Let's get ready to head up out of here. Oh, let's do this one.
Got it, okay.